difficult. GA gets worse over time and cannot be reversed. If you've been diagnosed with AMD and notice vision changes, don't wait. Talk to your eye doctor about GA today. Learn more at GAWon'tWait.com. That's GAWon'tWait.com.
While no child should have to spend the holidays in the hospital, there are many at SSM Health Cardinal Glennon Children's Hospital who will not be able to experience the joy of opening gifts around their tree. Please join 97.1 FM Talk and give the gift of hope and healing to Cardinal Glennon kids and support the Tree of Hope year-end giving campaign. Your gift ensures these brave patients can continue to receive the critical care they need during these challenging times. Thank you for giving at treeofhope.org.
Ruler Foods is inviting you to stretch your holiday meal dollars further at Ruler Foods. Shop now and save on your holiday turkey, 67 cents a pound. Fresh pineapple or celery, 99 cents each. Kroger butter, 2 for $5. And Marie Callender's pies, $5.99 each. For your everyday savings, remember, through the end of the year, Jack's Pizzas, 2 for $6. Kroger mashed potatoes or mac and cheese, $2.49. And Kroger brown or powdered sugar, 32 ounces, 2 for $3. Save this holiday season with Ruler Foods. Find your Ruler Foods at rulerfoods.com.
KFTK FM Florissant. From the Under Law Injury Lawyers, GetJim.com studio, 97.1 FM Talk. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
Millions of Americans are on the move. I'm Lisa Brady, Fox News, trying to get where they're going before Thanksgiving, which makes today one of the busiest days for travel.
Weather is expected to throw some curveballs for travelers as a lingering storm system clears the East Coast, bringing rain showers and winds along the I-95 corridor. Parts of New England waking up to a wintry mix of sleet and snow. All this leaving people to closely watch the forecast.
Our fears yesterday was, what if our flight is canceled? What's the weather going to be like?
Today, TSA is expecting to screen 2.7 million passengers, and the TSA administrator pointing to federal air marshals as the critical piece for safety.
Fox's CB Cotton at New York's LaGuardia Airport. More than 1,700 delays reported around the country, but only about 50 flights canceled. An agonizing wait may soon end for the families of some Hamas hostages taken nearly 7 weeks ago during the terror attack on Israel.
Both the Israelis and Hamas say there will be an exchange of hostages for prisoners, and then a 4-day ceasefire will be part of this entire deal.
Fox's Trey Yingst is in southern Israel after a trip into Gaza, where fighting continues for now.
Both sides continuing fierce battles in and around Gaza City. For the first time since this war began, got to speak with Palestinian civilians inside Gaza. You could see the pain in their eyes as the destruction is so widespread. The UN says more than 75% of Gazans are displaced amid this war.
Under the hostage deal brokered by the U.S., Qatar, and Egypt, Hamas is supposed to release 50 women and children in several groups beginning tomorrow during temporary ceasefires. Israel is to release 150 Palestinian prisoners. President Biden arriving on Nantucket, where his family spends Thanksgiving, just after the deal was announced late last night in a written statement, saying he appreciates the Israeli government's commitment for an extended pause, also ensuring additional humanitarian aid can reach Gaza. America is listening to Fox News.
At Simply Safe Home Security, your safety is the only thing that matters. That's why you get 24/7 professional monitoring for less than $1 a day, because every home deserves to be protected. Right now, get 50% off the whole home security system named the best of 2023 by U.S. News and World Report. Visit simplysafe.com/radio to save big today. Advanced Home Security, 24/7 professional monitoring for less than $1 a day. There's no safe like Simply Safe.
Hey, you're up next.
Ugh, my throat hurts so bad. There's no way I can sing tonight.
Here, try these.
Vicks VapoCool Drops.
Yeah, Vicks VapoCool Drops has maximum strength menthol with a rush of Vicks Vapors.
Ooh, I can already feel it.
I told you. So, you ready?
I'm ready.
Please welcome to the stage.
Vaporize sore throat pain fast with Vicks VapoCool Drops.
Air Comfort Service, heating, cooling, and insulation. Weather.
Chief Meteorologist Dave Murray.
Lots of sunshine and certainly feeling like late November. 49 for the high today. Tonight, clear skies and cold. 30 Thursday, Thanksgiving Day. Sunshine, cold start. Nothing extreme, but cold. 55, though, a nice afternoon on Thanksgiving. Thursday night, partly cloudy, 32, and Friday, partly to mostly cloudy skies and kind of a nippy 45 degrees. This is 97.1 FM Talk. Chief Meteorologist Dave Murray.
It's hard to believe, but the holidays are right around the corner. Can you imagine the joy on Abuela's face when you sit down for the holiday meal and chat with her in Spanish? Or drop off some cookies at your neighbor's house and chat in Mandarin? With Rosetta Stone, it's possible. Rosetta Stone's immersive method helps prepare you for conversations in the real world, whether that's connecting with friends and family or taking the trip of your dreams. The Rosetta Stone Unlimited subscription provides access to all 25 of Rosetta Stone's languages forever, so you don't have to pick just one. And their award-winning app features immersive 10-minute lessons to fit into even the busiest day. Plus, every subscription now comes with access to live lessons, where expert tutors teach you fun new words related to local holidays, cultural traditions, food and drink, and more. Don't wait. Visit rosettastone.com/radio today to score 50% off, now through November 22nd. That's rosettastone.com/radio.
Feels good to be home. Our local Ashley store has the biggest and best Black Friday furniture and mattress deals going on right now. This Wednesday from 10 a.m. to midnight, you can get 30% off anything store-wide. Need a new sectional? 30% off. What about a new dining room table and chairs? 30% off. Even new beds, decor, and accessories, 30% off. So if you're looking for trend-forward styles at unbelievable Black Friday prices, shop your local Ashley store today. Only at Ashley.
This holiday season, give them a STIHL. Save $20 on the BGA 57 battery-powered blower. Go to stihlusa.com/gift guide. Now $179.99 was $199.99 MSRP. Offer valid for a limited time only at participating dealers while supplies last.
The only person who can change your life is you, but you need to know how. Listen to my show, The Del Walmsley Radio Show, where the hype ends and the help begins.
Listen to the Del Walmsley Radio Show this Saturday afternoon from 1 to 2 p.m. on 97.1 FM Talk.
This hour of the Annie Frey Show is brought to you by Ruler Foods. Low prices, no coupons. Ruler Foods.
That is exactly what I needed to hear.
Thank God someone here knows what they're talking about.
That's us. That's right. Gotta love this American ride.
All right, you need to take the time and get the full picture.
Come on, turn the radio on. It's Saturday and I won't be long.
Don't get me wrong. I love the ladies. I mean, they rev my engine, but they don't belong in the newsroom. It is Anchor Man, not Anchor Lady.
What do you want from me? I'm not America's sweetheart.
Goodness sake, kid. Keep your voice down. Your father's listening to the radio.
I'm not America's sweetheart.
This is the Annie Frey Show.
Happy Wednesday. Welcome to the Annie Frey Show, Thanksgiving Eve edition. We're grateful to be with you here today. I mean, that's pretty much the most thanks that I can say here is thanks for you. And thank you for sharing some of your afternoons, or specifically this afternoon, with us. We are very grateful for it. The Annie Frey YouTube live chat poll for today is, do you feel thankful this Thanksgiving? Yes or no? I think it's pretty simple to watch on any given day the news that goes through the news cycle. You can watch the cable news at night, listen to talk radio during the day, and it becomes very difficult to find things to be grateful for if you're not looking for it. But I think if you do spend the time to dive into it and think about the blessings that you have, it actually becomes pretty simple to be grateful for so much that you've been blessed with, that I've been blessed with. So our YouTube poll for today is wanting to know if you feel thankful this Thanksgiving, and I want to read a few of the comments of folks that we have right now. We have Pon says, always thankful and gratefully blessed. That's a nice little sentiment there. Chris says, I'm thankful every single day. I have a roof, food, family, and a good job. Larry says, thankful for family, friends, and freedom. Lots of things to be grateful for. I want to open up the phones here in a minute. So if you want to join us and tell us, you know, in the vein of what you normally would hear us talking about on the Annie Frey Show, in the midst of a lot of stress and turmoil, is it more difficult in 2023 to find reasons to be grateful? Or are you still able to do that? I'm going to let you all call in here for a minute, 314-241-9797. That's 314-241-9797. Give us a call and give us a quick 60 seconds on why you were grateful this Thanksgiving, and maybe we'll share some positivity this afternoon as we all move closer to our holiday. Yesterday was Joe Biden's birthday. He's 81 years old, and there's very nary a mention of it from the administration or from, we didn't even talk about it at all. But I wonder how big of a deal it is for people who are watching this country right now be managed by Joe Biden and the Biden administration. Because age is generally something you're grateful for, isn't it? When you are in a position to celebrate 81 years of life, you are grateful for that. You're grateful for the family that you get to continue to share it with. You're grateful for the people who you have lived that life experience with, who you have met along the way, the family that you've grown. So generally speaking, 81 years of life would be something to be very proud of and be very grateful for. Brad, did you hear any reports yesterday about the president's birthday?
No, nothing serious. Like, the only thing I saw was a media release of him blowing out candles on his birthday cake.
Were the candles on that cake real?
Man, everything that I'm seeing, like that initial picture that I sent you, that was real.
There weren't candles. There was just a massive fire on the top of his birthday cake. And I'm just thinking the optics here are not what you're going for.
No.
Cut the piece of cake, take the piece of cake aside, give the president his, it's just like small children. You don't give the person the opportunity to blow all over the cake that you're likely going to share with other people. I think you could do that with Joe Biden as well. I do that with everybody. Unless it's just the six of us in our family. It's like you just spit all over that cake. That's fine. We're all going to the same place anyway. They didn't celebrate it. You would think that you would be celebrating life in that moment. And it is actually kind of sad that wasn't the message. And I'll tell you this, and I continue to say this, and I'm going to say it again and again and again. If everything was going really great in this country right now and he's 81 years old, they're going to say, look at what he's capable of doing at 81. They would be championing him for getting so much accomplished at the age that he was. But the reason why people aren't championing it is because things are not going well, which means it's not the age that's the problem. It's a detail. It's a factor that is maybe contributing to the terrible policies that the president and his administration have put into play in this country to try to change the way we are and how we act and how we are governed by the people who we send into office. It is very clear that the president's age is a concern, and it is honestly the easy way to remove President Biden from the picture and put somebody else in and never have to address the actual policies that are causing problems. Because if you focus on those, you'd be kind of taking it to the entire Democratic Party. Here's Greg Gutfeld on the end.
Joe's age is his biggest liability, let's be honest, aside from the open border, bad economy, the war in Ukraine, the war in Israel, the botched Afghanistan withdrawal, rising crime rate, payoffs from China, the price of gas, and his corrupt family. But other than that, I'm really worried about his age.
That's what we've been saying here, too. I feel as though if everything were going great, there'd be a celebration for President Biden's 81st birthday yesterday. But there wasn't. And I think that that's a quiet admission that the way that this administration is handling things right now isn't approved by the American voters. When we have a new addition to the studio today, we have a Christmas tree. Brad struggled putting it up.
It was difficult. Those directions were incredibly complicated.
Yeah. You showed them a little bit to the people who were watching ahead of time on the live stream. But I just ran by. This is the perfect height tree. I'm very impressed. I mean, we can't put a star on it. Well, we could. We'd just have to take off that panel in the ceiling. But
I'm up for it.
It fits. And it's pre-lit, at least for now. And at least that's what the box said.
Yeah.
So we have this Christmas tree. We're going to light it here in the show at some point. And what we want to do this Christmas season is decorate this Christmas tree with ornaments from y'all. If you want to send them to us, we would love to receive them. We're going to put some of our own ornaments on the tree to give us an opportunity to celebrate you a little bit and to celebrate the things that throughout the course of the holiday season that we're grateful for. I know there's a ton that I am grateful for, and I'm sure that's the case for everybody in the studio. So we have right now, it's got a burlap bottom, and it's a tall, skinny tree. Well, it's, what is it, 4.5 feet tall, I think. And we're waiting to decorate it. And I kind of threw down to Carl from the morning show and to Abby from Mark Reardon's show that we think we're going to have the best Christmas tree in the studio this year. And we want to see if they're interested in maybe adding their own Christmas tree, and we'll see who did it best. So if you want to support the Annie Frey Show, we're the first in here, so maybe a little advantage there. But if you want to support the Annie Frey Show Christmas tree, you can send us an ornament to Odyssey, St. Louis. It's 1220 Olive Street, St. Louis, Missouri, 63103. And just make sure you put 97.1 Annie Frey Show on there. We would love to include you and give you a shout out for sending your ornament. Is it easy? Is it going to be easy to light?
I think so. I think all I got to do is plug that cable into that outlet there.
And there's a close outlet.
And there's a close outlet, so I think it'll be easy to light.
I saw the video that was put up about this or that or whatever it was that Anna did for Thanksgiving. And I'm clearly the most cheerful pre-Thanksgiving Christmas celebrator on the staff. And Mark and Mark both said, no, we just celebrate Christmas music after Thanksgiving. So I'm kind of curious, should we shroud this Christmas tree in that black cloth back there for Mark Reardon? I don't want to offend.
No.
Or will they be prepared for it?
Let's just be offensive.
With our Christmas merriment.
Yeah.
Abby seemed very excited to hear about a Christmas tree going up.
Wagging your Christmas cheer all in my face.
I'm going to offer it. I'm going to, out of respect to Mark Reardon, that we will cover our Christmas tree for his show. We're not covering it for our show, but we will cover it for his show if he so chooses, and then they can reveal it or their own, possibly, on Monday. I don't know if they're going to get into it or not. But we need your help. You need to send us your stuff. If you want to give us a call in the next segment, we're going to take your phone calls about what you are grateful for. 314-241-9797. Call 314-241-9797 and let us know what you're thankful for. Maybe you are thankful for Joe Biden and you want to tell us about it. I'll put you on the air. I'd love to talk to you. Maybe you're thankful for Donald Trump. Maybe you're thankful for food and shelter and a roof and all of that. But we want to get some of your thoughts in on today's show. So give us a call at 314-241-9797. Brad, anything that is like really sticking out to you this 2023 Thanksgiving that you really want to highlight?
Yeah, I am. I'm thankful for my health. I mean, to be completely honest with you, I always have that concern in the back of my mind. I'm always paying attention to, you know, if I have a weird pain in my chest or something like that, what is that? And because I've had 3 heart attacks and I haven't had one since 2020, so that's good. And I'm thankful that I feel like I'm getting stronger, I'm getting healthier, things are going better in that direction. And so I'm really thankful for that. But the other thing is too, is I'm thankful for my family. I can't, I'm not able to do what I do without the support of my family and my friends. And so I'm very, very thankful for my family and friends.
I think I always measure Christmases by who I'm celebrating them with. And I remember when my grandmother, she passed away in September of 2020, and I just would count Christmases. Every Christmas to me was a Christmas I would spend with her, that I was thinking about the passage of time that would exist between the current Christmas and the next Christmas. And I would always just get a little, choked up a little bit thinking about the next year and hoping that I would get another Christmas with my grandma. And eventually those things do come to an end and I miss her. When I think about Christmas, I do think about her, and I do end up having kind of an emotional place that I used to try to kind of push away, but I actually think that that's kind of how you continue to love the people who you've lost in your life, is to just be able to be emotional about it and to experience that and move on, and then preserve some of the traditions that have been created from generations past with generations future. And so, I mean, I absolutely would agree. I'm very grateful for my family. Prioritizing, I think if there's anything that COVID did teach me that I have taken out of it that I will say I'm grateful for, it's that the people who are the closest to you, the ones who you let in your inner circle first, when you're like, okay, I know that these are the rules, but we're going to break the rules, air quotes, break the rules a little bit because we're going to see the people in our life that matter the most. I enjoy those people on my side of the family, on my husband's side of the family, being with family, and even really just preserving time spent inside our house with just the 6 of us and with our children, playing with them, being present with them. is it's an irreplaceable thing. And when the time comes that circle gets a little bit smaller on one end, it leaves a hole that cannot be filled by anything else. So I'm thankful for those moments. I'm thankful for that time. And I would be remiss if I didn't explain how grateful I am for people who are listening right now, because the show that we do, it seems a little bit like we're throwing spaghetti at a wall from time to time to see what sticks. And we have been very blessed with great people who are just like you right now, listening on your lunch break, and you're kind of going through, it's a balance, because the heaviness and the weight of what we're covering on any given day, it's pretty significant. The lightheartedness that we try to enter into the show on any given day, I do that because we include that in the show because I want you to feel a burden lifted without having to feel like you're not informed. And it's a little risky to do that in a midday local talk show, but you guys have embraced it, and I'm incredibly grateful for it. I mean, like forever, forever, forever grateful for it. Brian, this Thanksgiving, what are you grateful for?
I think just being an adult and having gone through times that are tough, I have a deeper gratitude when times are not. Something I would not have really been able to do when I was younger, because once you go through something, you go, oh, okay. So I think having a time right now that even the last few years has just been peaceful. It's been good. It's been just enjoyable with my family and friends and job and everything. I'm just grateful that I'm not in a season that I have been in, which was, difficult seasons in the past. That this is a good one. I'm always grateful for that.
If you want to tell us what you're thankful for, 314-241-9797. We'd love to have a few of your phone calls on when we come back here to tell us why you're thankful, maybe give a shout out, maybe celebrate something, and wrap our arms around each other this Thanksgiving season. We'll be right back.
Lined with leaves turn brown, making my way back into my hometown. Funny how this all looks different, but it feels the same. Like how life never stops changing, but some things never change. So fill your plate and fill your drink and fill this house with family, the kind of love that all these years can't wash away. 'Cause the older that I get, I see that life is short and bittersweet. Thank God for this Thanksgiving Day. Watching football, watching families grow. The old kids' table all have kids of their own. Starting to see my grandfather in my nephew's eyes. Mom still can't talk about him, and I'd almost cry. So fill your plate and fill your drink and fill this house with family, the kind of love 1,000 miles can't wash away. 'Cause the older that I get, I see that life is short and bittersweet. Thank God for this Thanksgiving Day. So fill your plate and fill your drink, put your dishes in the kitchen sink and let the leftover year just wash away. 'Cause we made it through, I do believe, the longest year in history. Thank God that it's Thanksgiving Day.
Mark Cox here. Join me next spring on a beautiful trip to Italy. This is going to be great. We're going to fly into Rome. We are going to get on a bus and travel south to the Abbey of Monte Cassino, maybe Italy's best kept secret. It looks like something out of a picture book. We'll visit Puglia. We'll go to Caserta. We're going to spend several days in Sorrento. You'll have an opportunity to visit the ruins in Pompeii, and then Positano, which is on the Amalfi Coast and absolutely one of the most beautiful places I've ever seen. I can tell you, my wife and I have been there, and we can't wait to go back. You can even take a high-speed jet foil over to the Isle of Capri, which has some tremendous historic Roman ruins on it that you can visit while you're there. $53.67 a person. That includes your airfare from the St. Louis area. Call them toll-free at 888-733-9494. That's 888-733-9494. Or conservativetours.com.
When you shop at Ruler Foods for your Thanksgiving meal, you're going to save money. And when you're shopping for everyday meals, so for instance, like the dinner you're going to have tonight, which is maybe going to have Jack's Pizzas in it, let's be real, 2 for $6. Or you want to throw in a boneless pork tenderloin, $2.99 a pound. Land of Frost sliced premium meat, 16 ounces, $4.99. One of my favorite meals that my family cooks together. It's often a Sunday afternoon lunch after church and Sunday school and all that stuff is we grill sandwiches, and everybody gets to have the kind of sandwich that they want. But we get our deli meat from Kroger Foods or from Ruler Foods, and it's a Kroger brand price. If you go and look right now at Betty Crocker cookie mixes, if you are looking for stuff that you can bake with, they have sales on all of this different type of stuff, and it's an everyday experience when you do shop at Ruler Foods. And I can't stress enough how easy it is to shop at Ruler Foods. Very well organized aisles makes the process of going through and looking for all the name brands that you count on, but also the Kroger brands at Ruler Foods prices that you can save on as well. You're going to be glad that you found a Ruler Foods so you can save on that grocery bill. If you're looking to save for your Thanksgiving meal or any meal, shop at Ruler Foods. Go to rulerfoods.com.
Hi, this is Brian with Velocity Home Buyers, and I buy houses cash. If you own a house and want to sell it fast at a fair price, call me at 314-782-3333. I can pay cash and close in as little as 7 days. I buy houses in any condition and any price range in the St. Louis area. I'm a private real estate investor who buys several houses a month, and I want to buy more. I buy inherited houses, divorce houses, behind in payment houses. I even buy my tenant won't pay me the rent houses. Do you own a house that needs updating, but you don't have the time or money for it? Great, because I love buying outdated houses. I buy vacant houses, job relocation houses, and foreclosure houses. If you own a house and want to sell it fast, call me at 314-782-3333. That's 314-782-3333.
I was having a lot of sinus infections. My sinuses were clogged, pressure, headaches.
Linda suffered for years with chronic sinus infections.
You don't feel like doing anything. When you feel like your head is completely clogged, all you want to do is just lay down and sleep. And the pressure, it's just not fun. Always walking around with a headache.
Now, her issues are gone. How? A minimally invasive procedure done in the office of St. Louis Sinus Centers called balloon sinuplasty.
I really did not know what it was like to feel like you're really breathing and not being so clogged up. I would do it again in a heartbeat, and I would definitely recommend it for someone else.
Do you suffer with chronic sinus infections, facial pain, pressure, congestion? Find out if balloon sinuplasty is the solution for you. Set an appointment today with St. Louis Sinus Centers. Call 314-332-2885. 314-332-2885. That's 314-332-2885.
You're listening to the Annie Frey Show live from the Air Comfort Service Heating, Cooling, and Insulation Studio. Air Comfort Service is hiring licensed journeymen. Don't have a journeyman license? Air Comfort Service will help you get it. Get guaranteed hours year-round and more. Apply online at aircomfortservice.com.
Second Amendment Radio is a staple of solid firearm information on 97.1 every weekend. Saturday from 3 to 4 and Sunday from noon to 1. It's Second Amendment Radio and the great outdoors. 97.1 FM Talk. You're listening to the Annie Frey Show on St. Louis's home for conservative talk.
When family and friends gather near,
offer a prayer of thanksgiving for blessings we've known through the years, to join hands and thank the Creator now when Thanksgiving is due. And this year when I count my blessings, I'm thanking the Lord He made you. This year when I
Welcome back to the Annie
count my
Frey
blessings,
Show. Happy Thanksgiving Eve to you and to your family. We appreciate you, and we're grateful that you're here with us right now today. There's a lot of news that is developing right now in regarding the potential ceasefire that I'm very much so of the mind we'll wait to see it and believe it when we see it. But it does seem as though that Israel has approved this deal.
John, we just got the first official statement from the government confirming the deal has been approved, and also confirming many of the details we've reported about the deal throughout the course of the day. So let me read this to you. This is not the official translation, but I'll translate it from the Hebrew. It says the government of Israel is committed to the release and return of all of the hostages home. Tonight, the government approved the first stage of the deal for that to that effect, according to which 50 hostages will be freed, women and children, over a 4-day period, and that will lead to a pause in the fighting. The pause will continue every day in which 10 more hostages are released, and then it goes on to say that the government of Israel, the Israeli military, is committed to continuing the war, to continuing to free the hostages, and to continue in its mission to destroy Hamas.
So that is CNN's reporter talking about how Israel's cabinet has, in fact, approved this hostage deal, a ceasefire every day that they release 10 hostages. And I mean, there's a limitation to how long that is going to be able to work, because you're going to get your hostages back and then they're going to be done. And then what happens next? Here's Jake Sullivan, the National Security Advisor.
We do assess that other militant groups, even potentially criminal organizations, are holding some of the hostages, and that Hamas is working to try to ensure that it can deliver on its side of the bargain. We can't say for certain that Hamas will step up and deliver. That's why this is a trust but verify approach.
So this is the second time that I've heard this administration in the last 2 weeks use Ronald Reagan's trust but verify. Look in a little bit more deeper into that Reagan book, Biden and folks. Just read a little bit more of what other things that he said and did, and follow that lead. What a Thanksgiving it would be to have those American hostages home. Of course, the people in Israel waiting. Man, I don't even know if patiently is the right word, because I don't know how you put yourself in the mindset to experience what they're dealing with right now. But it's good to see there's possible progress taking place there. Real quick before we move on, can you talk about the Mark Cox? We want to throw all of the weight of the Annie Frey Show behind his really, really awesome raffle that the Mark Cox Morning Show was doing. And it's about to wrap up within the next, I think, 2 hours. Did you say 2:30?
Yeah, it's supposed to be 2:30 is when the last time that you can get a ticket.
So what can you tell us about what people need to do, what people can win?
So you basically register online.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to pull up the text number. Mark gave it to us.
33100?
Something like that.
Yes. And
yeah.
You can tell us more about what.
So it's the ATF
actual...
raffle. It's going to support first responders, and it's ATF stands for alcohol, tobacco, and firearms. There's a gun that you can use that you can buy win. There's a big barrel of alcohol or a big wheelbarrow of alcohol that you can win. And
did they say Did they say they wanted to raise $25,000?
$25,000. The last I heard.
All right, everybody, listen up. Well, you listen up right here. Mark Cox Morning Show is raising money to benefit Responder Rescue. This is obviously something, I don't care what side of the ballot you vote on. How can you not support this? According to the app right now, it says $24,157. And there is literally 2 hours, less than 2 hours, 1 hour and 57 minutes until this is done, which means we need to raise $843 for him right now. so that he can meet his goal to help responder rescue. So what you do, like Brad was saying, is you text, is it responder?
Responder.
To 33100. Text the word responder to 33100. And then you buy raffle tickets to win one of 3 really, really awesome gifts.
Yeah. So the alcohol is a bourbon basket that includes a Weller 12, E.H. Taylor single barrel and small batch, Art of the Spirits, New Riff single barrel, Four Roses single barrel, and a small batch select Stolok. I think I'm saying that right. Stolok whiskey, Blanton's, and Lucky 7, and there's a whole bunch more. That's an estimated $1,300 value, and that's the bourbon basket. The tobacco basket is a box of 24 Roma Cro-Magnon cranium cigars. So this is a cigar box that is valued at $900. And then the firearms part of that is a CMMG Resolute MK4 Mark IV 5.56 rifle. This is an AR style rifle. Tungsten in color. It has an optic on it, and it comes with a basic training class at the range St. Louis, and it's a $1,600 value. And the people at the range said that if you're in Illinois and you win this, we can work something out to where we can get you something that is Illinois compliant. So don't let that stop you from buying a ticket. You can still get a pretty nice firearm from the range. So, you want to text responder to, what was it, 33100?
33100.
And get signed up for that. The tickets are 10 for $10. You can get 27 for $25, and so on and so forth. You get 1,200 tickets for $1,000 if you want to go crazy.
Go crazy.
Go crazy.
Go
and buy tickets.
Crazy. 33100. Text 33100. Text responder to 33100. Buy some raffle tickets and get Mark Cox. This is so awesome. Oh, money's going up. 24,217. 24,217. That's how much. We're getting to 25,000.
Yeah, what this is an opportunity to support first responders, and then as a bonus, you might win something cool. So to me, it's just worth it to buy the ticket, just to buy the ticket to make sure the money goes to a good cause. So get us over 25,000, and then whenever you win, make sure you tell them the Annie Frey Show sent you.
Yeah, for sure. And how much we love Mark Cox. Which one are you picking first if you win? If you were to win this, Ryan? First of all, did you buy tickets?
No, but I am. As we speak,
good,
because I want to get it to the goal, and we're running out of time. But the ATF, I would pick the A because I really like bourbon, and I don't smoke, and I'm just starting to get into the gun culture, so I'm already in the bourbon culture. Bourbon basket. He actually had those bourbons in our office.
Yeah.
Did you sip some of them?
And
No.
I really was hoping. See, I didn't know
These are authentic Ryan Wiggins used bourbon bottles.
Yeah.
If you look hard enough, there might be fingerprints from his hands on those bottles.
Yes, and you could save those for something terrible. if
You
wanted
didn't
to.
drink out of any of them.
I did not touch them. In fact, I saw them in our office when we hadn't announced this yet.
Yeah.
And so the prizes were coming in to prepare for it. And he is a bourbon guy.
Yeah.
Mark is. And so he knows bourbons really well. Well, he had those sitting out, and I said, some of these I don't know, but some of these I know are very, very expensive bottles of bourbon. And I actually texted a buddy of mine. I said, look what's on my desk when Mark wasn't in there. And he came back in, and then I had all the info. So I said, Mark, here's how much this one's worth and this one and this one. And he's like, yeah, I know, man. That was an expensive basket. So
Yeah.
that's the one I would choose if I won, which I think I'm going to do right now.
You can't. Sorry. But you can still donate,
I'm going
which
to
I
donate.
encourage.
I might as well.
Yeah. So we'll watch this and hopefully if we can see this go past $25,000 before the end of the show, maybe we'll see if Mark Cox is busy. He's probably getting ready to part with that bourbon right now.
Can you say the number one more time?
33100.
33100.
Text responder to 33100 and we only need about $800 to get Mark Cox's goal to 25,000. What a good job that show has done so far to benefit this. And if we can do a little part here on our end, 24,377. Let's go. Let's do it by the end of the show. So then we can, yeah. In the words of my 13-year-old son, let's go, bruh. And I'm like, shut your mouth.
1 hour and 51 minutes. It's so close.
Yeah. Less than 2 hours. The
These
seconds
are the
are
fun
counting.
ones.
We are $24,377 in. We need, quick math, $623 to get us to the finish line. So go be a hero for a hero. You see what I did? 24,427. Let's take a quick break now. Everybody go donate. Let's get it done. And then we'll see if Mark Cox can join us maybe real quick in the 1 o'clock hour and celebrate. Thank you for being here. Let's have a great Thanksgiving Eve here together on the Annie Frey Show. And Wiggins America. The be or not to be on a Wednesday?
That sounds good. Right after I get done filling out my name and stuff here.
All right. You going to take care of the last 600?
We'll see.
Go put pressure on Ryan on the YouTube Live. We'll be right back.
Made new. And this year when I count my blessings, thanking the Lord He made you. This year when I count my blessings, I'm thanking the Lord He made you.
AirComfortService.com. If you are experiencing less than stellar results from your furnace, please give Air Comfort Service the opportunity to earn your business. Take my word for it. Have them come out and look at it. And then, of course, you're going to make a smart decision. You're prone to making your own grown decisions. But when I have had a host of HVAC issues over the course of the 8+, how long have I lived in my house? 8 years of my life. We went to Air Comfort Service, and I'm so grateful that I did because I absolutely value respect and honesty and concern when it comes to replacing things with your furnace. If you've got an air conditioner that needs to be replaced, we had that too. You have the people come in who are going to install it right. And if you've ever saved money to get the lowest price so that you could get something done at a really cheap cost, you usually end up paying for it tenfold after you have to go get it fixed. And then new people come in and they're like, why did they do it that way? And you're like, I think I saved money on that. And they're like, that's why. Air Comfort Service understands how to do this correctly, and Air Comfort Service is there to make sure that you feel comfortable and confident in your purchasing decision. So for your HVAC needs this winter season, reach out to Air Comfort Service at 314-513-0091, aircomfortservice.com.
There's been a lot of government mandates from eliminating 80% efficient furnaces to gas ovens now and gas cars. It wears on a person with common sense to where, because we ask ourselves, if I didn't purchase this 80% furnace and I purchased a 96% furnace, what is my savings? If you want to know that answer and you want to heat and cool your home efficiently and affordably, and again, remember, common sense, talk, call me. It's one easy number, Missouri and Illinois. That's 314-293-2600. Again, Missouri and Illinois, the easiest of easy numbers, 314-293-2600, or the internet, bartinman.com. That is Bart with a B, Inman with an I.com.
It's Annie Frey, and I'm inviting you to join me and support Jewish Federation's Blue Ribbon campaign. The Blue Ribbon symbolizes support for the safe return of all 240 hostages taken by Hamas terrorists and unites you with people of all religions, races, nationalities in telling the people of Israel they are not alone. Be part of the movement. Tell Israelis they are not alone. Every dollar donated goes to saving lives and providing support in Israel. Visit jfedstl.org to learn more and donate. jfedstl.org.
When you're approaching retirement, there are a lot of questions to answer. Do you have enough money to fund your income for life? How should you claim Social Security? And what's your plan for health care and long-term care? Hi, I'm Eric Robert, Director of Investments with the ClearPath Wealth Management Group at Stifel and host of On the Money Saturday mornings at 11 on 97.1 FM Talk. Don't leave your retirement to chance. It's crucial to understand and address relevant risks before you retire. Our team can help you get organized, guide you through critical retirement decisions, and create an investment portfolio designed around your needs. To schedule your free retirement plan consultation, go to clearpathinvesting.com. That's clearpathinvesting.com. Or call us at 636-695-2650. That's clearpathinvesting.com or 636-695-2650. Stifel Nicholas and Company Incorporated, member SIPC and NYSE.
This is an important notice to consumers facing $10,000 or more in credit card debt, medical bills, or other unsecured debt. You may not be required to pay it all back because there are special programs now in effect that will significantly reduce the amount you will owe if you qualify. This is not bankruptcy or a debt consolidation loan. These programs, which the credit card companies like to keep secret, exist to aid American consumers struggling with overwhelming credit card debt by offering tremendous savings and real debt relief. Accredited Debt Relief has established a special hotline for you to call and learn what savings you qualify for. They've helped qualify consumers with over $1 billion in debt and are A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau. So don't wait. Get the relief you need during these hard economic times. For this free information, call the Accredited Debt Relief Hotline now. Call 800-873-7171. 800-873-7171. 800-873-7171.
Hey, it's Mark Reardon. If you're nearing retirement or already retired, call my friends Thomas Helbig and Bob Kershaw with the Retirement Advisory Group. They'll show you how linking to the market is much safer than owning the market for your retirement savings. They're the official financial advisors of my show. Go to retirementkey.com.
Hey, are you thankful this Thanksgiving? That's the subject of the Annie Frey Show YouTube live chat poll today. Yes or no? Let us know. We sure hope that you are, but let us know either way and leave a comment. This time check is, well, it's 12:44. This time check is sponsored by Jerry Kelly Heating and Air Conditioning.
It's time for a $98 furnace tune-up.
Hi, I'm Brad Range from the Annie Frey Show, and this year I am thankful for friends and family, my dog Poe, and most of all, my wife.
Happy Thanksgiving, 97.1 FM Talk.
I could argue politics, I could argue that and this, I could give into the drama. But what I've chosen for this year is to try to be sincere and eat some food made by my mama. Whoa, here's an anthem to be thankful. Whoa, as we dig into a casserole, ain't nothing like a gobble song.
Well, look at y'all going for Mark Cox and the Mark Cox Morning Show. Thanksgiving ATF raffle for first responders. $25,192. We're texting with Mark right now to see if we can get him on in the 1 o'clock hour. I have no idea what Mark's schedule looks like right now, so we're going to see if we can get him on to talk to you. The number is still going up, and it needs to still go up. There's no reason to stop now. So push this goal for Mark Cox and the first responder Thanksgiving ATF raffle as far as we can go, because it has 1 hour and 43 minutes left, and then it's done. So we're trying to help him get as big of a goal wrapped up here at the end of the show as we can, and we'll talk to Mark Cox hopefully sometime for maybe a few minutes or so before we wrap up the show on the Annie Frey Show at 3 o'clock. It is Friday Eve, which means it's Wiggins America time. Let's do that.
Wiggins!
Oh! Wiggins!
Yeah, usually this is a Friday segment, but it is Friday Eve, and we're celebrating that today. So this is the Bee or Not the Bee. These are stories that are either from the Babylon Bee, which is a satire news website, or they're real. I've got 7 stories. I'm going to read for you the headline. You have to let me know whether you think this is a real headline or it's the Babylon Bee. First one. San Francisco mayor reminds everyone to get their Christmas shoplifting done early.
Oh, that's definitely the Bee. I've heard, right? That's gotta be the Bee.
Yeah, that's the Bee. Though typically last-minute shoplifters, local couple Jared and Stacey Adams said they would be committing grand larceny much earlier this year. I waited until Christmas Eve last year and every store in the city had been cleared out and turned into safe injection sites for hobos, said Mr. Adams. This year, I'm going out with my crowbar the moment Thanksgiving dinner is over. Gosh, it seems like the season for knocking over Apple stores gets earlier every year, doesn't it? Yeah, you're right. That was the Bee.
I've heard that one be used quite a bit. I think you can definitely tell when they've struck a nerve when Babylon Bee articles start getting shared out in the wild, not where you would normally look at them, but
exactly.
Well done, Bee.
All right, Bee. That was the Bee. This is number 2. CDC fights waning vaccine interest by sweetening pot to 2 donuts per jab.
I think that's a Bee.
Yeah, that's a Bee.
That is the Bee. A combination of public perception that COVID-19 is no longer a serious health risk, along with ongoing skepticism regarding the safety and efficacy of the vaccine, has resulted in far fewer people receiving the shot. Quote, "Yeah, I don't think it's necessary," said concerned citizen Bobby Eaton. He said, quote, "I'm not real sure about that vaccine or what the long-term effects on me might be for my health, so I wait. What? 2 donuts? You're saying if I take this injection, I can get 2 free donuts? Heck yeah, man. Shoot me up.
With some Ozempic, too, while you're at it.
All right. Number 3.
Number
Burn
3.
through. Here we go. Against all odds, person with XX chromosomes crowned Miss Universe.
I don't know. I think that happened. What do you think? You go first this time.
I think it's real.
I don't want it to be real. B.
It is, in fact, a real story.
Oh, criminy sakes.
No, it says, no joke, an actual woman won Miss Universe.
Yay for
This
her,
is great
her.
news in 2023.
We're over 26,000 people. Keep them coming. 33-100. Text
Well, that's happening
responder.
very fast.
Make a $10 donation or bigger.
Super cool.
Go back. I'm just trying to distract from this terrible story.
No,
This isn't a terrible story.
Yes,
This is
it's
an
very
XX.
positive
This is a
story.
real woman.
Yeah.
Oh, no, wait. I did the wrong chromosome. Wasn't there somebody who just won who was...
That might have been a different pageant, but I think that's why this one is.
Well, good for her.
Yeah.
This is big.
Yes.
Man. This drastically changed my mind on this.
An actual woman won Miss Universe. This is great news in 2023. One small step for woman, one giant step for womankind. A thing of pure, true beauty.
And science.
And science. Yeah, it says the winner was from Nicaragua. She was crowned 2023's Miss Universe at the culmination of the annual beauty pageant, which took place on Saturday night in El Salvador's capital. And the first runner-up was from Thailand. That's all the information.
Was the first
that we need.
runner-up a woman?
I think it was.
Yay for her, too.
I know. What a day.
There is nothing more insulting than the idea that all of the stuff that goes along with being a woman that isn't really the external stuff, but all of the internal stuff that goes along with being a woman, that you don't really have to carry the weight, sometimes literally, of that stuff. But if you get a good weave and you get your eyebrows done and you get the right tan and you get the right makeup and lashes and
and
girdle. I'm trying to think of what it was that my kid called one of these the other night. Can't remember what the word was. If they're listening right now, text me what it was. But I'm like, I'm going to refer to him as that from now on. I can't remember what it was, but it was pretty funny. But I mean, like all of these things that women do to present themselves physically, outwardly, as the most beautiful version of themselves that they see within themselves. A male can do that stuff too and maybe appear to be like a beautiful woman, depending on the genetics that they were given, whatever. But that doesn't qualify you to go through life doing all of those things that show outward beauty by the stuff you have to do on the inside that isn't really dramatically beautiful. But you still got to do it. You still got to balance all of it. And it's just a shame because what makes somebody a woman, it's not all the things you can put on at all. And I hope that the girls that I'm raising and the girls of this coming generation learn to embrace that.
I see these stories pop up every now and then, and I've never actually clicked on one, so I don't really know what's going on when I see these headlines. Usually it's like libs of TikTok or somebody reposting a guy trying to experience a period, and I really have no idea what is happening when that's happening, but it seems to happen often enough that the headlines happen like once a quarter.
Listen, I'm a professional at having cramps, okay? I don't think you guys have ever experienced cramps in the menstrual sense.
I can confirm that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was gonna say I don't think I have the right parts.
No, you don't. And everybody's experience is different, but it's a lot worse when you're younger, and it is painful. It is debilitating. You still go to school. You still do the things that you got to do. Sometimes you might say, I can't do it, and I'm going to stay home. It's not just the pain. It's the hormone crashes that come along with it. It's the breakouts that come along with it. It's the bloating that comes along with it. There's so much that goes along with it. And then what they do is if an assigned at birth male is transitioning to a female, they go to experience what cramps are and they're like, "Oh, I had my menstrual." That's not it. It's just not. I mean, I'm not even going to get all screamy and ragey about it because I'm not on my period.
Leah, there's a video for you.
I wish that we had a video of my father, wherever he's sitting right now, going like this. Which really hurt because I did
picture him sitting by a
Yes,
fire,
yeah.
reading a real newspaper, and
With
then
a-
just
Smoking
looking
a
up,
pipe.
with a really
looking up at
nice
the radio.
sweater on, like a overcoat sweater to keep him warm in
Yes.
the cool winter.
And going,
Yeah, and he'd shake his head, and this is what he would say: uncivilized. That's what he used to say when I was young, and I could burp really, really loud. Hi, Dad. I'm really good at it. I try not to do it in my professional.
Can you still do that?
Oh, heck yes.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Have you ever heard me burp?
No.
Exactly. Thanks, Dad. You hear that?
I think we
Yeah,
need.
but I want to now.
I think we need
No.
more of Mr.
No.
Fry. I like what he's
No.
saying, and we need more burping too,
It's
though.
not Mr. Fry. That's my father-in-law.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
I don't know if he's ever heard me burp either. No. You think that you want to hear me burp really loud, but you'll hear me burp and you'll be like, I regret it. You don't want to hear that.
You know what?
You don't want to hear it.
Just let me decide for myself.
Let me get back to the original point here. Women being women is what is comfortable, and women know that. And then when you marry a woman and you can't leave them, then they start burping and stuff in front of you, and you're
Yeah.
like, I remember when it wasn't like this. But you love them for other reasons.
Yeah.
Yeah, see? There you go.
I can confirm that too.
Don't confirm anything.
I'm not. I'm just.
Your wife has never
No,
burped.
never. No.
She is the most polite, beautiful best friend I've ever had.
You know what's sad, Annie, is that in my household now, even last night, my wife is referring to you as her best friend.
Well, it's because we are. She's
And
not,
I'm like,
she's not doing that
I'm
to
like,
lie.
you know, you could just call her Annie, and she's like, no.
No.
Now she's got a title.
Yeah, we're sisters.
Besties.
Sisters.
The be or not to be.
Oh,
Next
yeah,
headline.
Yeah.
Corinne Jean-Pierre claims Biden is the youngest president of all time.
B.
B.
That has to be the B. Confirm
It
it.
is the B.
Thank you.
Jean-Pierre's announcement comes as people across the country, even some in President Biden's own party, have begun to raise questions about his age and capability to lead the nation moving forward. Quote, I had started to wonder if having a guy that old in charge was the best idea, said plumber Jason McLean. But since the White House said he's now the youngest president ever, it must be true and reliable information. Good enough for me. Unquote. Well,
Youngest president ever.
if the source of your information is the White House press room,
Yeah,
just,
and if
just
you
stay
only
home
count
on voting day.
years that he's lived end in 5.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, if you don't count
Just
leap
counting
years.
leap years.
Thank you. Here we go.
There were never such devoted sisters.
Parents concerned about after-school Satan Club.
I think that's real.
Yeah.
I would be.
Yeah,
It
it's
is real, you guys. Lebanon, Connecticut. Parents discussed
Ah,
a controversial.
Connecticut!
Yeah, it's right by Salem.
All they're trying to do is
Right
make it
by
on the
Salem.
map.
Yeah.
Not the actual map, but the map of people's minds.
Yeah, parents discussed a controversial club for elementary school children at a school board meeting on Tuesday. Outraged parents forwarded their social media post to Channel 3. The town's Board of Education met Tuesday night to discuss the parents' concerns. Listen to this. About a dozen parents spoke out, including the woman who reached out to the temple herself and is helping to get the club started. She says, quote, my goal in starting the club, the After School Satan Club, is to create a more diverse balance to our offered extracurricular activities. According to Valvo and the Temple, the Satan After School Club doesn't worship the devil. Instead, this group said it promotes free thinking for
Hey,
young people.
all I'm going to say about this is at least they're out front with it because there are a lot of people creating a lot of clubs and doing a lot of things where it's like evil in disguise. This, at least, it's right out there. Let's talk to Deroy Murdock when we come back.
How would you like to come home to a bartender who will fix you any cocktail you want? I'll have an old-fashioned.
I'll have a margarita.
Now you can with the Bartesian Home Cocktail Maker. Bartesian is a sleek machine the size of a coffee maker that makes premium cocktails at the touch of a button. Choose from over 50 different cocktails, from classics to the most exotic premium cocktails served in the best bars today. You'll always get freshly mixed, perfectly balanced cocktails with the Bartesian Cocktail Maker. And now, get Bartesian's best Black Friday deal ever at bartesian.com/sips. Entertaining? The Bartesian is ideal for parties. No need to stock all kinds of individual mixers for complicated recipes. Every guest gets the cocktail of their choice in seconds. The Bartesian makes a wonderful gift for anyone who loves a fine premium cocktail. Now get Bartesian's best Black Friday deal ever. It's available right now only at bartesian.com/sips. That's BARTESIAN.com/SIPS for Bartesian's best deal ever. Only at Bartesian.com/SIPS.
At the retirementkey.com, it's retirementkey.com. You're going to be able to connect yourself with information. And you can ask my husband. I love information. I just crave it. I read it. I store it. And then I revisit it when it becomes the right time to do that. Some of you are very close to retirement. Some of you are recently retired and you don't feel as settled as you'd like to be in the confidence you have in making sure your retirement is going to be there to pay you throughout the course of the time that you're retired the way you would like it to be. Stop wondering if you have enough to retire comfortably. Connect yourself with the Retirement Advisory Group. Call them at 314-993-9494. That's 314-993-9494. They'll help you learn how you can have an income that in retirement will last you as long as you need it to last. But you got to schedule an appointment. 314-993-9494. Tell them Annie sent you online at retirementkey.com.
While no child should have to spend the holidays in the hospital, there are many at SSM Health Cardinal Glennon Children's Hospital who will not be able to experience the joy of opening gifts around their tree. Please join 97.1 FM Talk and give the gift of hope and healing to Cardinal Glennon kids and support the Tree of Hope year-end giving campaign. Your gift ensures these brave patients can continue to receive the critical care they need during these challenging times. Thank you for giving at treeofhope.org.
If you want to lose weight, I've got a great idea for you. Mark Cox here for my friends at Victory Men's Health. They're now offering FDA-approved semaglutide. They have tremendous results with this medication. The average patient loses 15% of their body weight. Men and women can get semaglutide from Victory Men's Health at any of their 3 locations. Be sure and book your appointment today online at victorymenshealth.com.
KFTK FM Florissant. From the Under Law Injury Lawyers, GetJim.com studio. 97.1 FM Talk. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
This is a Fox News alert. An explosion at a border crossing. I'm Lisa Brady. The FBI just confirming it's investigating a vehicle explosion at the Rainbow Bridge crossing between the U.S. and Canada and Niagara Falls. All 4 international crossings in western New York closed as a result. New York's governor says state agencies are also on scene. Sources tell Fox News the car that exploded was heading from the U.S. to Canada and that this explosion appears to have been an attempted terror attack.
2 men in that vehicle, according to high-level police sources, are dead. The car packed with explosives, we are told. That car tried to drive right into that Customs and Border Patrol building, the gate, which is the watch gate, where you stop when you present your passport to go through the border.
Fox's Eric Shawn, a Border Patrol officer, said to be injured. The FBI not confirming any of those details yet. Awaiting remarks at this hour from Israel's prime minister on the deal with Hamas, which is supposed to release 50 hostages beginning tomorrow. U.S. officials have apparently broken up a plot to kill a Sikh separatist who was facing terror-related charges.
The separatist, as reported by the Financial Times, contacted passengers on Air India saying their lives were in danger. Learning of the potential plot, the FBI intervened, but it's not known if the attack was called off or thwarted by the agency. Canada alleges India agents killed another Sikh separatist earlier this year, a claim India denies. This most recent targeted separatist says he was calling for a boycott, not retaliation. He plans to let U.S. officials address any potential attack against him on American soil.
Fox's Gernal Scott, the U.S. issuing a warning to India's government about any possible involvement in the suspected plot. America is listening to Fox News.
Simply Safe was named the best home security of 2023 by U.S. News and World Report. But we don't do what we do for the accolades. We do it to protect you and everything you love. Our advanced sensors and HD cameras are powered by 24/7 professional monitoring for fast emergency response. Visit simplysafe.com/radio to get 50% off any new system today. Advanced home security, 24/7 professional monitoring for less than $1 a day. There's no safe like Simply Safe.
Hey, you're up next. Ugh, my throat hurts so bad. There's no way I can sing tonight. Here, try these.
Vicks VapoCool Drops.
Yeah, Vicks VapoCool Drops has maximum strength menthol with a rush of Vicks Vapors.
Ooh, I can already feel it.
I told you. So, you ready?
I'm ready.
Vaporize sore throat pain fast with Vicks VapoCool Drops.
Air Comfort Service, heating, cooling, and insulation. Weather.
Chief Meteorologist Dave Murray.
Lots of sunshine and certainly feeling like late November. 49 for the high today. Tonight, clear skies and cold. 30 Thursday, Thanksgiving Day. Sunshine, cold start. Nothing extreme, but cold. 55, though, a nice afternoon on Thanksgiving. Thursday night, partly cloudy, 32, and Friday, partly to mostly cloudy skies and kind of a nippy 45 degrees. This is 97.1 FM Talk. Chief Meteorologist Dave Murray.
Fox Across America has landed on St. Louis's home for conservative talk. Weeknights at 6.
Hey, it's your radio buddy Jimmy Fallon here, and I am fired up, psyched to be here on 97.1.
Jimmy Fallon.
Every weeknight at 6.
97.1 FM Talk.
Mark Cox here. Selecting the right real estate agent to sell your home is the single most important factor when selling a house. Imagine needing heart surgery. Would you choose a surgeon who performs hundreds of successful surgeries a year or one with minimal experience and mediocre success rates? Selling your home is like doing open heart surgery on your finances. That's why I recommend you call Gloria Liu with your home sold guaranteed realty and get to know her like I have. Gloria will give you multiple selling options when selling your home. For 20 years, she's been helping home sellers just like you get the most money for their home. Listen, experience, a proven track record, and guarantees matter when you're relying on an agent to get you the most money in the least amount of time. Selling your home, there's only one call you should make. Call Gloria Liu at 314-325-6888. That's 314-325-6888, or visit GloriaHasTheBuyers.com. That's GloriaHasTheBuyers.com.
Conditions apply. Gloria and seller must agree on price and possession date.
How would you like to make no mortgage payments until next year? Are you tired of making minimum payments on high-interest credit cards? Is student loan repayment giving you the blues? Your home equity is at an all-time high. Use that equity to save hundreds every month. Call 314-567-GOLD now and give yourself a payment break. That's 314-567-GOLD. Or visit goldenoaklending.com. NMLS 114937.
This is an important notice to all U.S. taxpayers. The IRS is giving away billions of dollars in tax savings through a federal program called the Fresh Start Initiative to aid delinquent taxpayers. This initiative was established for anyone facing financial hardship and unable to pay their back taxes. Qualifying and enrolling in this program will stop all collections, settle your delinquent tax problem, and even reduce what you owe by thousands of dollars. Call the hotline at People's Tax Relief to see if you qualify and get this free information by dialing 800-924-7415. If you have unfiled tax returns or cannot afford to pay your personal or business back taxes, you can now get the help you need. One simple phone call can resolve your tax problem and save you thousands of dollars. To see if you qualify and to get this important free information, call 800-924-7415. 800-924-7415. 800-924-7415.
If you owe the IRS, you have a legal issue, and you need the Lance Drury Law Firm. We'll protect your rights. Log on at lancedrurylaw.com or call us toll-free at 888-367-6512.
The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely on advertisements.
STL Today is named Under Law 2023's best St. Louis law firm. We'll continue to make a difference, one case at a time.
When you're injured, call Under Law at 314 or 618-9000000.
This hour of the Annie Frey Show is brought to you by Ruler Foods. Low prices, no coupons. Ruler Foods.
That is exactly what I needed to hear.
Thank God someone here knows what they're talking about.
That's us. That's right. Gotta love this American ride.
All right, you need to take the time and get the full picture.
Don't get me wrong. I love the ladies. I mean, they rev my engine, but they don't belong in the newsroom. It is Anchor Man, not Anchor Lady.
What do you want from me? I'm not America's sweetheart.
Goodness sake, kid. Keep your voice down. Your father's listening to the radio.
I'm not America's sweetheart.
This is the Annie Frey Show.
You're right, John. And if the information we're receiving now, which of course, and as we know from covering many of these cases in the past, the early information is somewhat not granular enough to really kind of base any decisions, and often it changes. But if they were leaving from the U.S. and going to the Canadian side, we don't know whether Canada was the intended target, whether they'd come back to the United States or some other portal. We just don't know these things. But you're right, is that it would take some pre-planning. And, we talk about people who have, explosive, could they have gone go off in error because they were not competent? Well, there aren't too many, expert or professional bomb makers, except for people who may come from our military who have that experience. So for people who decide to do this and could assemble this material, it was likely it's somewhat done in a bit more of an amateurish fashion, if you will.
So right now, Fox News is reporting that the FBI is investigating a vehicle explosion Wednesday today at Rainbow Bridge border crossing between the United States and Canada in what sources are telling Fox News was an attempted terrorist attack. Explosives were in the vehicle at the time, and 2 people were in the car are dead. According to Fox News, a border officer was injured. We're going to follow this story as it continues to develop and bring you any details that are necessary for us to know. While they speculate, we're going to move on to other things. But just so that you know that this is taking place, we're going to go to our next guest here. Deroy Murdock joins us once again, as he does on Wednesday. He's a nationally syndicated columnist, a member of Project 21, and a Fox News contributor. Happy Thanksgiving to you, Deroy. Kind of bum information there that we're getting something kind of frightening at our northern border.
Yeah, I'm just seeing this now. I was on a conference call for the last hour, so first I heard of this was the news bulletin from your station as I was waiting to talk to you. So ironic that we have action on the northern border. That's usually nice and quiet. You'd expect this on a bridge over the Rio Grande rather than over near Niagara Falls. So that's kind of a little bit of a surprise. And we'll see. This could be foreign terrorists. These could be domestic people. These could be some crazy criminals. I hate to jump to conclusions till we actually know some things that are going on. But I think if nothing else, this is you and I talk about this every week. It's just one damn thing after another. Here we go again. And on the way into Thanksgiving, when you think we'd have a nice, peaceful, quiet few days with our friends and family to relax, and here we have a terrorist attack, on the busiest travel day of the year. So here we are.
Yeah, here we are. It's unfortunate. We're going to wait and see when we get more details to report those. Deroy, I think a lot of people who are paying attention on a regular daily basis know that the southern border is of grave concern to the security of our country. But we're seeing on a global scale, if you're living in Israel right now, they had a wall up between Gaza and Israel. They breached it. They went in and they ravaged their neighborhoods. They murdered people in the most grotesque ways. And it makes people over here question, safety and security and how this might boil out outside of those borders. What are your thoughts as we're about, 7-8 weeks from I guess it'd be about 7 weeks from this event occurring?
Yeah, well, we now have, or we soon will have this pause. I think it's a 3 to 5 day pause to get the hostages, some of the hostages freed. I don't know why this shouldn't take a couple hours. I mean, Hamas knows who the hostages are, and they should say, all right, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, or ladies and girls, whatever it is, get on the bus. We're going to drive you to the border with Israel, and we're going to let you go. And that should take, maybe a couple hours. And then, once they're freed, the Israelis can go back and continue bombing them into oblivion. Over a 3 to 5 day period, I think maybe it's 5 days now, Hamas will be able to relax, catch their breath, reload, get guns and ammo and bombs and rockets delivered wherever they need to go. And that's part A. Part B is, I'm sure the enemies of Israel will be saying, well, it's nice and calm, it's peaceful. How dare you threaten to resume hostilities? You'll be blowing up more Palestinians. The quote-unquote genocide will return. So we want this temporary pause to become a permanent ceasefire and give Hamas, an opportunity to dig put their boots more deeply in the necks of the Gazans and prepare further attacks against Israel. So I do want to see these hostages released, but this business of 3 and 5 days and maybe even longer is just going to give Hamas an opportunity to prepare themselves for even more hostility against Israel, rather than being on the run and hiding and just being exhausted from the nonstop attack, defense attacks from the Israelis.
We're speaking with Deroy Murdock right now. I'm watching the sentiment here in the United States as people initially were appalled at what they saw in Israel, and then very rapidly we started to divide off a portion of people, far leftist, activist leftists, who are like, we've had this discussion before. They're like, all lives matter, Palestinian lives matter. It's just kind of ironic because that was something you weren't allowed to say in those same groups of people a few summers ago. But
That's right.
when I've watched closely, like the reaction to things, people at Harvard, some of the things that Harvard has just recently come out and said, and they're kind of starting to come back to a little bit of sense because the public pressure has been big enough to say, no, this is not how we're going to do things here. I find a little bit of peace in that it feels a little bit like the good side is winning the culture front here in the United States, but there's just so much work to do.
There's a lot of work to do. I have seen that, to my astonishment, you mentioned Harvard, there was a faculty, I think it's 50 members of the faculty came out with a statement denouncing the Harvard administration's statement against anti-Semitism. So they're saying, how dare you be anti-Semites, which I guess if you're an anti-Semite, then you're an anti-Semite. Anyway, it's a crazy situation, and people are saying the kinds of things you never imagined saying. And you said it took a few days. It really took about one day. I mean, the pro-Hamas parades and marches and protests were taking place pretty much October 8th. I mean, the day after the attack. So Israel really was still trying to figure out what to do next. They hadn't really even had much of an opportunity to respond to the Hamas attacks, for a couple of days. And already people are saying, stop the Israeli occupation of Gaza, which of course has not been occupied since 2005. Stop the genocide, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. These people were screaming, yelling this, engaging in anti-Semitism and isolating Jewish students in schools. Some of them had to hide in libraries. One guy at Harvard is crossing just on the way to class wearing a yarmulke, and they surrounded him and were harassing him. He never said anything about Israel. He's got his backpack. He's going to class. And because he has a yarmulke, they harassed him. That sounds like anti-Semitism to me. And this sort of thing, as I say, just started almost the day after the attacks took place and have continued in the U.S. and overseas. But I do think, as people have responded, that there is some growing sense that this is inappropriate. But as you say, there are still a lot of people who are, weeping and crying over Hamas and feeling sorry for them, even though this is a bloodthirsty group of medieval butchers who started this thing completely unprovoked by Israel on Jews who were in Israel who were fast asleep on a Saturday morning, getting ready for Shabbat and for another holiday called Simchat Torah. They were not, standing up at the gates of Gaza, opening fire on Gazan civilians. Not quite the opposite. And here we are with a lot of big major chunks of the American left primarily feeling sorry for Hamas and treating them as the victims.
Before we let you go, I want to give you an opportunity to speak on something. Anytime we have a positive opportunity to contribute, to support, whatever it might be, you know a little bit about soldiersavelives.org. Can you talk to us about that?
Yeah, there's an organization that was started by people in Israel a couple of days after the attack. A number of people who are young folks, paramedics, got some text messages from a friend of theirs named David Newman, who was at that outdoor concert you may have heard about. And he texted them and said, pray for me. The next message was something terrible happened, and then silence. So they raced down there to see if they could find him. Unfortunately, he was dead. He was killed by Hamas, and so they determined, why don't we do something positive? So they started a group called Soldiers Save Lives, and their slogan is Soldiers Save Lives, Gear Saves Soldiers. And they're taking donations from people to buy tactical armor, ballistic helmets, all sorts of things that soldiers are given in units of the Israel Defense Forces to help them go in and smoke on Hamas and wipe these people out. So if you want to contribute to this effort to help the IDF get actual material they can use to defend Israel and wipe the Hamas terrorists out, the group is called Soldiers Save Lives. I believe it's soldiersavelives.com or .org, and you can make donations either of it's .org, soldiersavelives.org. Either donate cash, which is an easy thing to do, or if you happen to have access to the kinds of things they're looking for, military flashlights, helmets, Kevlar vests, ceramic inserts, that kind of thing, they gladly will. They've got, I think, lists of the sort of material they need, and if you happen to, own a factory that produces that sort of thing, or are able to make those kind of, actual material, donations that can be extremely helpful in the effort to defend Israel and demolish Hamas.
That's a great connection for people to make. It's soldiersavelives.org. Deroy, I would be remiss if I didn't say how grateful we are for you this Thanksgiving season, your dedication to the listeners of the show. We always love speaking with you. This day, no different than any other. So happy Thanksgiving to you, and thanks for being here once
again.
You
as well. And I'm thankful for the opportunity to be with you this week and every week.
Thank you so much. We'll talk to you soon.
All right. Take
Bye-bye.
care. Take care. Bye.
He's a nationally syndicated columnist, a member of Project 21 as well, and you know him as a Fox News contributor. You're seeing him there contributing on various issues throughout the course of the day, the weeks, the months. Right now, we are looking at the Mark Cox First Responder Thanksgiving ATF raffle. And real quick, Brad, just so people understand, when we're asking people to donate to this raffle, of course, but you are entering a raffle. You're not just parting with your money. You might win something.
Right, yeah. You can win a bourbon basket valued at over $1,300.
Mm-hmm.
There's a cigar basket, I guess, and you also get 3 hours of use of the Dreamer VIP Lounge for up to 10 people, and that's one cigar per person, and a bottle of single-barrel bourbon for the room. That's an estimated $900 value.
For the room.
Yeah. And then you could also win the CMMG Resolute Mark IV 5.56 rifle in tungsten color. And it has an optic on it, and it also comes with a basic carbine training class at the Range St. Louis. So these are three really good prizes. That last one is valued at around $1,600.
And if it's not compliant in Illinois, they will get you a comparable
compliant Illinois gun.
Yeah, it's a BB gun, but
yeah.
Losers, not them, us, the state of Illinois. Right now, if you you just text the word responder to 33100, and you can participate in this amazing opportunity to raise funds for first responders that has been put together and championed by the Mark Cox Morning Show, and they've done an amazing job at it. And we bring Mark Cox onto the show right now. Mark, I'm looking at the number on my app because I've been watching it, and it says right now you are at $27,472 on your raffle.
Annie, thank you guys for your help. I honestly couldn't have hit that number without you. I was really worried this morning when we started the morning. It was at just 19,000. So a big chunk of that has come in today, which is, just amazing. I was really worried we weren't going to hit our goal, which was 25,000. But, I appreciate your listeners chipping in because I know a lot of them have.
Yeah, I think when I started talking about it on the air, I think you had it up to about 23,000. So we just had to push it over the edge. But now I'm kind of telling people to keep going because I'm watching the time right now. There is 1 hour, 8 minutes, and 30 seconds left to get us to, $30,000. And if one person wants to donate $3,000, that would just take the pressure off of everybody. So just do that.
It would, yeah. Yeah, thank you. We'll make it easy for you, right?
Talk to us.
You mentioned responder, texting responder to 33100, and that's really made a big difference this year as well. I think it's just so easy for people to link up to it right on their mobile device. So.
I want to read from you. I was looking through some of the donations. It's cool because if you scroll down, you can see people who have donated. And I'm telling listeners right now, if you text responder to 33100, you can donate $10 and be a part of something. You do not have to donate $3,000, but you can. But you don't have to.
Yeah.
Stephen donated and said, as a retired U.S. Army soldier, these people have been my first line of defense for many deployments, over 21 years of service. God bless all of you. Thank you for your service. Now, Mark, I've known you. I think we've been working together since about 2010 in some capacity.
Yes.
And this has always been a passion of yours. It is a passion of mine, but you have put so much, thought into action to do things like this. What have, over the course of the time that you've been on the air, support for police has become a very important necessity for people like you, for us, the station, to lead on this issue. What have you seen from our listeners when you talk about this type of stuff?
Yeah, you've seen it. You've certainly seen some rough patches there, right? I mean, we were there during the whole Ferguson effect, and books have been written on it, on how it's got to have a mental impact on our officers, certainly who are on the street, and people being injured in the line of duty and maybe not always getting the support they need. So when I started doing the First Responder Thanksgiving, the whole goal was just a month of recognition, and we would recognize departments and deliver some food and just show our appreciation like that. And then a couple of years ago, I think we might have been at the Florissant Veterans Day Parade, and we ran into the folks from Responder Rescue, and I got to know them a little bit and realized what good work they did, right? Helping these men and women in the fire service or EMS or the police department if they're hurt in the line of duty. And I thought to myself, what could we do with our sort of bully pulpit to put our money where our mouth is? What if we could raise some money for them? And that's kind of how the raffle idea started. I went to my friends over at the range, and they immediately were on board. And it's just kind of grown from there. And it's all the listeners. I mean, I give all credit to the people who are willing to go on their phone and donate 10 of their hard-earned dollars or 100 of their hard-earned dollars. I did see some contributions of $1,000 this morning.
Yeah.
I mean, that's amazing.
That is wild. I'm looking right now through these. There's so many people who are just like, yeah, I've got $10 this Thanksgiving to donate to something like this. And I mean, it's our responsibility to use this platform for something that is going to have a really positive outcome on the community that gets to participate in listening. But you are so right when you talk about doing something like this and our listeners showing up, because anytime someone comes to me, or I don't know, you might have the same sentiment. You're like, ooh, let's raise all of this stuff. And you're like, oh my God, I hope people show up.
You do, right?
And the 97.1 listeners, they have always, I've been with the station since 2009. They have always shown up, because they understand the good that is being done by this raffle that you are putting together, and how important it is to show up and represent our support for first responders everywhere.
Can't say enough about it. I worry every year. I mean, the very first year I think we hit 25,000. Well, then you sort of want to see that as the bottom amount you want to raise. You want to beat that the next year. So next year we raised 25,000. And now this year we've exceeded that. And you're right. If it wasn't for the people listening who put their money where their mouth is, and it wouldn't happen. But thank you guys for pushing it. And in this last hour, I mean, it'd be fantastic if we could hit 30,000 this year. And it all goes to such a good cause, too.
It's within reach, Mark. And, I don't want to set a 30,000 goal and then we don't get there. And then we feel like we missed something when we exceeded the 25,000. But we've got 1 hour and 4 minutes left. And my app is saying we are at $27,712. So every $10 donation counts. Every $100 donation counts. What you can give is worthy, and we are grateful for it. Mark, I am thankful for you. You helped me get my start in this industry on the air. I'm always thankful for you. You're always going to be a part of that story for me. And glad we can help with our listeners. We're throwing all of the weight of the Annie Frey Show behind your efforts, and we're grateful you put that opportunity out there for us to do that.
You bet. So it's all icing on the cake at this point, Annie. Thank you very much for all that you do, and happy Thanksgiving to you and all your listeners on the Annie Frey Show. Thank you. Happy
Thanksgiving, Mark. Thanks for being there with us. The way you donate is you text the word responder to 33100. 33100. Text the word responder. And remember, this is not just a donation. This is a raffle. You can get 10 entries into one of the bourbon, it's the alcohol, tobacco, and firearms. There's 3 different things that you can win. And all the details are right there. So if you text responder to 33100, 10 entries for $10, 27 for $25, 55 entries for $50. How about an Annie Frey Show listener gets one of these prizes? I would love to hear that. Go donate right now. We've got an hour and 2 minutes left. We're going to take a quick break since we're moving Friday to Wednesday. We got a little Ask Us Anything around the corner here. So if you've got questions for the Annie Frey Show, do not ask me to burp. That's not happening on the air. Somebody said what would have to happen for me to burp on the air, and first of all, I'd have to have no concerns about money and professional career left. No needs or aspirations for that. That would be a start. So maybe $1 billion.
So you're saying you have a price?
Yeah. Oh heck yeah, I got a price. Are you kidding me? I always got a price. I just don't know if you could afford it, especially after you donate that money to the Responder Rescue raffle. Let's finish out strong for Mark. We're happy to do it for him. We're happy that you're here with us. Ask us anything when we come back.
Gobble, gobble, please. Can I have some more? Oh, mama, get the turkey from belly. Oh, mama, with the cranberry jelly. Oh, mama, come on and sing it with me. Happy Thanksgiving. I stick a straw in the gravy bowl. Yeah, I'ma eat a dozen dinner rolls. stretchy pants on. That's how I roll.
You're listening to The Annie Frey Show on St. Louis's home for conservative talk.
Passed out passing gas, but we got pumpkin candles burning just for that.
What is happening? I gotta talk about something else. Classic kitchen refacing. Leah said, she goes, I had some fun with some other ones. Yes, she did. And I'm glad she did. Thanksgiving weekend is upon us. This is the time where, for those of you who have gone to Classic Kitchen Refacing, and you have understood the incredible value of getting a full kitchen remodel at Classic Kitchen Refacing, located right there in St. Anne. You bring the family into that fully remodeled kitchen, and all of the food is spread out on those beautiful Cambria quartz countertops, a nice candle burning, and giving you that whole family feel as you set the table with the beautiful kitchen surrounding you. These are the moments that you go to Classic Kitchen Refacing for. When you call 314-739-1730, the dreams you have when you walk in and you see this beautiful display of how they can reface your kitchen cabinets instead of having to replace it. Oh my gosh, that's expensive. When you go to Classic Kitchen Refacing and you start thinking, I want this pole, I want this backsplash, I want this countertop, those all come together so that on days like tomorrow, you celebrate those moments with your family, the thing that's the most important to you. If you're interested in remodeling your kitchen, save money, make the smart decision, and call Classic Kitchen Refacing and just start the conversation. And you'll thank me later. 314-739-1730, online at classickitchenrefacing.com.
Mark Cox here. I've got an idea. Let's all go to Italy next spring. I'm going to the Amalfi Coast next spring with my friends of conservativetours.com, and you can go along as well. We'll cover Rome, the Amalfi Coast, Puglia, the Isle of Capri, the Abbey of Monte Cassino. It may be one of Italy's best-kept secrets. You know, I've been to the Amalfi Coast before. It is without a doubt one of the most beautiful places I've ever seen. While you're there, you can take a high-speed jet foil over to the Isle of Capri, which is a site that everyone needs to see. Positano is absolutely beautiful. Sorrento is just gorgeous. You'll get to visit the ruins of Pompeii as one of your side trips if you go on this trip. It's $53.67 a person. That includes your airfare from St. Louis. Call them toll free at 888-733-9494. It's 888-733-9494 or conservativetours.com.
I was having a lot of sinus infections. My sinuses were clogged, pressure, headaches.
Linda suffered for years with chronic sinus infections.
You don't feel like doing anything. When you feel like your head is completely clogged, all you want to do is just lay down and sleep. And the pressure, it's just not fun, always walking around with a headache.
Now, her issues are gone. How? A minimally invasive procedure done in the office of St. Louis Sinus Centers called balloon sinuplasty.
I really did not know what it was like to feel like you're really breathing and not being so clogged up. I would do it again in a heartbeat, and I would definitely recommend it for someone else.
Do you suffer with chronic sinus infections, facial pain, pressure, congestion? Find out if balloon sinuplasty is the solution for you. Set an appointment today with St. Louis Sinus Centers. Call 314-332-2885. 314-332-2885. That's 314-332-2885.
Surprise! Surprise! You know, surprise parties, they can be fun, right? Well, financial surprises, not so much, especially when you're retired, like finding out you owe more in taxes than you thought you would, or having to go back to work to make ends meet. Maybe you think you'll be okay, but why not double check just to be sure? Call Marvin Mitchell at Compass Retirement Solutions and schedule a retirement double check. Marvin and his team have been helping families plan for retirement for more than 15 years. Call 314-373-1598 to schedule your retirement double check with Marvin Mitchell at Compass Retirement Solutions. That's 314-373-1598. Don't let a financial surprise derail your retirement dreams. Give Marvin and the team a call, 314-373-1598. Firm offers insurance services, investments, and services offered through Compass Retirement Group, a registered investment advisory in Missouri and in Illinois.
You're listening to the Annie Frey Show live from the Air Comfort Service Heating, Cooling, and Insulation Studio. Fall is here. Make sure your furnace is ready to safely heat your home when cold weather arrives. Get in your comfort zone with the heating system check. Visit aircomfortservice.com.
The Mark Reardon Show.
Wednesday afternoon, George Gray from The Price is Right will play The Price is Wrong in the studio with us. Also, Chris Gervino from the Tiger Radio Network, a Mizzou, Arkansas preview.
Weekdays from 3 to 6.
St. Louis's home for conservative talk.
The Annie Frey Show is streaming online. Watch us live on YouTube and subscribe.
Full steam ahead, come what may. You got the world that you make, they say. Chop up the wood and bale hay. Now that it's almost Thanksgiving Day.
We have major issues happening right now at the U.S. borders in Niagara region. Right now, we currently have the Rainbow Bridge closed in both directions in Niagara Falls. Niagara Regional Police, Barks Police, as well as Canada Border Services are working on an incident in that area. As a result, we also currently have the Fort Erie Peace Bridge closed at the end of the QW, closed to all crossings coming to or leaving Canada. We're also in the process right now of closing Highway 405. We are in the process as well of shutting the Queenston-Lewiston Bridge, and you can expect heavy delays in the Niagara area. If you are planning on crossing the border, please delay travel until we know those highways and closures have reopened. I will update you as I get information, but for now, all border crossings in Niagara region, Fort Erie, Rainbow, and the Queenston-Lewiston Bridge are all closed to traffic, coming and going to and from United States into Canada.
So that's the Ontario Provincial Police that just reported on what is taking place there. Fox News headline says that there are 2 dead after an attempted terror attack at the New York-Canada border. Who was looking there? Fox News reports the FBI is investigating a vehicle explosion Wednesday at the Rainbow Bridge border crossing between the United States and Canada in what sources tell Fox News was an attempted terrorist attack. Explosives were in the vehicle at the time, and 2 people who were in the car are dead. The sources told Fox News a border officer was injured. The vehicle was driving from the United States to Canada and were attempting to drive toward the border office building, the sources said. All bridges are closed in the area and all government buildings are evacuated, according to sources. International border crossing points between Canada and Western New York are closed after the reported incident, which has also injured at least one person, a 27-year-old male who was taken to Niagara Falls Memorial Hospital with minor injuries, including back pain and minor cuts. His condition is not severe. According to the FBI's statement, the FBI Buffalo field office is investigating a vehicle explosion at the Rainbow Bridge, a border crossing between the United States and Canada in Niagara Falls. So we are going to continue to monitor this. Anything else that might come of this or around this, we will bring it straight to you here on the Annie Frey Show today. Those are the details as we know them right now. And as it continues to develop, we'll get right back to it. So I don't really know that if you watch TV, they have breaking news coverages, they have images of maps, and they have images. We've been looking at the same exact border crossing where you drive through these different places. You're looking at it, and then they have different experts on who are in many times repeating the same thing. As soon as there's some new information, we can bring it to you. But outside of that, there's not a whole lot that we can do by just repeating the same reports over and over again.
Yep.
So, Brad, you got your ear on it?
I've got my ear on it.
All right. Real quick, an update on let me find it here. The Mark Cox 2023 ATF Thanksgiving raffle benefiting Responder Rescue. There are only 52 minutes left in this raffle. How long has it been going on? Does anybody know? I should have asked him that.
I think it's been the whole month of November, hasn't it?
I think so. I'm trying to think back of when he first brought that stuff into our office.
Weeks and weeks.
Yeah.
And the idea here is that we throw the full weight of the Mark Cox Morning Show behind supporting our first responders. And as we are apt to do here on 97.1, we throw the full weight of our show behind the support of the Mark Cox Morning Show in support of first responder rescue. So you can be a part of it right now. The goal is $25,000. We were at about 23 when we started talking about this on our show. I will show the camera right now. We are currently at 28,257, and I think 30,000 is in reach, and we should do it for Mark Cox
Absolutely.
and, more importantly, the first responders.
Absolutely. Mark said that it started November 1st.
November 1st. So 22 days in, and we are making a haul here at the end, and we need you to be a part of it. You text responder, the word responder, to 33100, and then you are entered to win raffle tickets. So this is not just a donation. You are having the opportunity to win something incredibly cool. And if you got $10 to spare, you get 10 tickets in the raffle, and you are helping a very, very worthy cause and supporting Mark Cox in doing so. Text responder to 33100. 51 minutes to go to get your donation in. Let's see if we can get to 30,000. We need less than $1,800.
Yep.
$1,743 specifically. Go be a part of a solution. You want to do a little Ask Us Anything for the rest of the hour?
Yeah, let's do it.
Should we break or should we come back and do it?
That's the same thing.
So what would you, okay.
I think we should break.
Okay, then let's do that. Let's take a quick break. We're going to continue to monitor the situation at the border and bring you details. 2 dead right now. They are calling it, the FBI is referring to it as a terror attack at the New York-Canada border at the Rainbow Bridge crossing. We got our eyes on it, and we are grateful you have your ears on 97.1. We'll be right back.
This is the Annie Frey Show. Follow Annie on Twitter @AnnieFryShow.
The website is igotfloored.com, and when you fall in love with their new flooring at Michael's Flooring Outlet, you're going to be wanting to put this into your new home very quickly because it's beautiful, it's gorgeous, it's technologically advanced compared to some of that stuff that's in your home. I know the flooring in our house is decades old. I want to make sure that the life that can be lived on flooring that I install in my house, that it can withstand the investment I'm making in it. And Michael's understands that as well. When you visit their website, there's a lot of different things at igotfloored.com that you can shop without ever having to leave your couch or your phone, wherever you are shopping from right now. You can talk to them through their website, but you can also request an estimate. So if you're trying to ballpark something, if you're trying to game plan, do we do this room and this room? Do we do the whole floor? What do we do? You go to igotfloored.com and talk to Michael's Flooring Outlet, and you're going to get a pretty good idea of what you're looking at. And then you can figure out what your budget can withhold and withstand. You are going to talk to people who are going to give you an amazing value on the carpeting, on the Mohawk Smart Strand brand, on the laminate that maybe you want to put in. Maybe you want to put in something real nice on the main floor and you just want something new and fresh in the basement. I totally get that. Michael's Flooring Outlet will help you navigate all of those circumstances. Do the smart thing and visit them online at igotfloored.com.
Honey, is our car still under warranty?
No, not anymore.
My sister just got an extended service plan from Ox Car Care.
Ox Car Care?
Yeah, Ox will cover our repair bills if anything happens to our car, new brakes, a transmission, AC, or engine problems. Plus, Ox Car Care offers free oil changes, tire rotation, and roadside assistance.
Wait a minute, we pay nothing on the repairs? Ox gets it fixed for us? Free oil changes, free tire rotation, and free roadside assistance? What's the number?
800-224-9174. Ox has a 30-day money-back guarantee and an A-plus rating with the Better Business Bureau. They handle their claims from start to finish, unlike other warranty companies. We should call now. 800-224-9174.
The last thing we need is an unexpected car repair bill. I'm calling Ox Car Care now.
Call Ox Car Care for your free quote. 800-224-9174. Ask about senior and military discounts. Don't get stuck with a major car repair bill. Call Ox Car Care, 800-224-9174 or oxcarcare.com.
Are you nearing retirement or already retired and wondering how long your money will last? Are you also sick of worrying about losing your life savings in the next market crash? I'm Thomas Helbig with the Retirement Advisory Group.
Hi, I'm Bob Kershaw. As a family business, we are committed to protecting your retirement, whether you're nearing retirement or already retired. Let us build your own personalized structured income plan, which will show you how much income you can receive in retirement, but more importantly, it will show you how long your money will last. Stop wondering if you have enough to retire comfortably.
Call us now at 314-993-9494 for a no-cost, no-obligation retirement review. We'll teach you the strategies you won't hear from your broker or banker. And just for coming in, you'll get a copy of our latest edition book, Your Key to a Worry-Free Retirement. We've been helping our clients retire with confidence for the past 37 years. Let us help you. So go online at retirementkey.com. That's retirementkey.com.
Need a break from the sound bites and the talking heads? Do you want information you can actually use? Information that'll change your life for the better? Then listen to the Del Walmsley Radio Show.
Listen to the Del Walmsley Radio Show this Saturday afternoon from 1 to 2 p.m. on 97.1 FM Talk.
Yo, I'm your old basketball. Haven't seen you out on the courts in a while. Why not pass me over to Goodwill? Donating me helps Goodwill's mission to provide career training and support services right here in the community. And that's a slam dunk. Donate today. Hey, I got next.
To find your nearest Goodwill locations and to learn more about our mission, visit mersgoodwill.org. Goodwill, where your things start new lives.
Ask Me Anything coming up next, so get your questions in, and we will be starring those to look at those as we go about that segment next. Also, right now, donate to Mark Cox's First Responder Raffle. Text RESPONDER to 33100 and get in right at the end of this thing. 33100 is the number that you text the word responder to, and then it'll send you a link, and then you just go ahead and make your donation there. It's very, very easy. Annie, what are we at right now? 45 minutes is what she says. 28,382. All right. 33100. That's the number you text responder to. Right now, it is 1:43. This time check is sponsored by Jerry Kelly Heating and Air Conditioning.
It's time for a $98 furnace tune-up.
You're listening to award-winning, thought-provoking talk. You're listening to 97.1 FM Talk.
Your home for conservative talk.
On the air for over 20 years.
When I think about all the reasons that I'm thankful, I'm so glad.
You're listening to The Annie Frey Show on St. Louis's home for conservative talk. Follow Annie on Instagram at The Annie Frey Show.
From all this food I'm taking to my seat, hey, can't wait to stuff this bird inside of me with mashed potatoes, corn, and mom's green beans.
All right, my first question is, Leah, what the heck did you find? What is this treasure trove of Thanksgiving music that you know about that I didn't?
I was telling my dad about it. It's kind of funny. I went on YouTube and was looking up Thanksgiving songs, and some Christian radio station went and got
always them.
It went and got some of the Christian artists to remake their own songs as Thanksgiving songs. So that was one of them.
Okay, so you can assure me that they're all like in a Christian-minded spirit.
Yes, that was Micah Tyler.
Sometimes I start hearing them like, where are we going with this?
Yeah.
I'm a little concerned. My kids are off school today. They're listening. They don't need to learn things from Thanksgiving songs on the Annie Frey Show.
Yeah.
But it's really just about drinking gravy through a straw and passing gas and lighting pumpkin candles.
You really got to watch out for those real filthy, dirty Thanksgiving songs.
This is like a very gas-heavy Annie Frey show, like in the history of Annie Frey shows.
Both ends, too.
Only in word.
All right.
You have to ask me nicely.
You're 5 seconds too late
Ask
there.
me anything.
Tell me the truth.
I'm going to add in here right now that the raffle is up to $28,527. We are so close to $30,000, but it ends in 43 minutes. So we're not going to talk about this in the 2 o'clock hour because it's going to be over after 2:30, right?
Yep.
Go donate. 33-100. Text responder. Who's got a question?
First question, do you have any hidden talents? And this is from me, and this is for all of you.
Burping.
It's still hidden, too. That's the problem.
That's the point.
We can't get her to do it.
That's the only hidden talent I have. I got to keep it hidden.
What are some public talents that you have?
I don't have many.
No?
No. Drinking coffee.
No weird human tricks?
I don't know. You guys would know.
Do you have any?
Do you have any talents?
Weird human tricks? I
have
don't
any
have
talents?
any weird human tricks. No. I'm good
How
with...
about dog tricks?
No.
Yeah. You can wag your tail real fast.
I can sit and shake.
Roll over, Brad. Good
no,
boy.
I would say my hidden talent is probably fashion. I am very good at,
is not at all what I was expecting.
Yeah.
This must be very hidden.
I am very good at helping people pick out clothing that is flattering to them and their body type. I'm also good at matching
Do
colors.
you do this after you've been asked for help or before?
After,
Do you do it with
after
strangers at the mall?
I don't do it until I am asked for help.
I want to see Brad just walk into a Victoria's Secret and be like,
No.
no.
Let's just send Brad
But I will do that.
into.
Absolutely not.
I was going to say, let's just send Brad into the sales area and turn him loose. But they're probably the best dressed people in the building.
They are.
You know what? You'd
They
look
take it
good
very
in
seriously.
this silk nightie.
What?
Whoa, sir! I did not ask for this.
Sales, not HR.
I have no idea how that happened.
He's good at
28,612. Keep going. Do you have any hidden talents?
Yeah, let me try to do it in the camera. I gotta get next to the light.
you
though.
have. You can't do it next to the camera and not on the microphone on the radio show that we're on.
All right, well, let me bring this over here because I gotta get next to Leah's light. All
Are
right.
you going?
See my eyes?
You got to explain what you're doing.
I can shake my eyes. Can you do that?
Yeah, I can.
I can
I'm not
shake
gonna do
my
it, but
eyes.
I can only do it when it's bright, though. If it's dark, I can't do it.
Can you
I don't know why.
explain to people listening what you just did?
So if I have enough light, I can make my eyes vibrate real fast back and forth.
How'd you find that out?
I think probably like tantrums.
Alcohol? Oh, okay.
Yeah, when I get blindingly mad that I can't have my way, that happens.
Leah?
But only when it's bright.
Talents, hidden talents?
Yeah. I'd say, well, anybody who knew me growing up knew that I had this talent, and then I kind of put it aside for years and years, and I've kind of recently brought it back. But I'm an artist.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I grew up.
Ryan isn't.
Yeah. I grew up making a lot of art, and I actually, when I first started college, I was going to school for art. So
Good for you for getting back into it.
thanks.
Ryan, my best friend was telling me last weekend when we were at an event with Ryan happened to be there. It was his wife that I was talking to. Said that somebody texted her just the picture of Ryan's drawing of me.
Yeah.
That's all it was.
I'm not a good artist when it comes to pen to paper. I'm a good artist when it comes to pottery, as you guys know. I do a lot of pottery.
Really?
And I do
Super inspired by Patrick Swayze.
And
But
that's the only time I do it is when really sexy music is playing and it feels right. Like it's all about the feeling. So I'm really
text
good at pottery.
responder 233-100 and donate a lot of money right now so we could just talk about that.
Ultimately, at the end of making a pot, it's like the pot doesn't even matter anymore. Like the experience is so intense for me. My Ask Me Anything question is the one that I put in our Twitter feed about a week and a half ago.
28,792.
Good job. Keep going. You're almost there. 2 options, and it was a green or red button. Remember this?
No.
You either could choose an instant $1 million.
Oh, yeah.
Or you had a 50% chance at $50 million.
Easily $1 million every single time. No questions asked.
Everybody agrees,
Not
right?
$1 million. Not even stressing about the discussion.
I'm not either. However, since you guys were so quick to say, so easy, let's raise it to 80% chance of $50 million.
No.
Now what are you thinking?
$1 million.
1 million versus 80% chance you get 50 million.
Much like our electoral system, there's no way if I lose the money that I'm going to think it was done fairly. I'm just going to assume that if I lost, well, of course I lost. What moron is like, well, I'll take an 80-20 chance at $1 billion, and then you get the 1 out of 5 times, and you're like, oh, the system's rigged, man. I'm not that person. Put the mail
wheel's
in my
front of
pocket.
you, though. The wheel's right in front of you. You can see it. You can spin it yourself.
Or someone hands me $1 million.
Or somebody hands you $1 million.
Cash money right now.
Every time. So
And
is there
I'm
a
tithing
percentage?
and giving money to Mark Cox for his first responder.
That's good.
After I text it to 33100, the word responder, and donate. We're over $30,000.
Ooh, happened suddenly.
Oh my gosh, you guys!
That was fun.
Mark
Let's
Cox!
go.
I wonder if Mark donated it. I'm looking here to see what happened here. Oh man, guys!
Hey, leave comments when you give too. We can see all of them.
New goal. No, I'm kidding. That is so amazing. Keep it coming. Tom says 97.1 rocks. Big fans of the Annie Frey Show. We are fans of yours as well. So much love in all of these comments from people who listen to the station. Terry says, come on, Metro East. Let's do this for our amazing first responders and the 97.1 family. You got one?
Marty just with the $1,500 donation.
That was I didn't see that one yet.
Yeah.
Guys, yay.
Thank you, Marty.
Yay. Hey, join me in applauding these people and the first responders. Oh, man, we are thankful for you. That is so cool. I don't have anything else to say.
That's cool. We weren't really expecting to be a part of this today.
No, I thought we were going to go up in $10 increments. So I thought we were going to be right at the... Yeah, you could still be a part of this, folks. 36 minutes left. The total right now is at 30,452. That is so cool. Do you have more information on Marty?
I got his last name, and that's it. And I don't know if Marty wants his last name.
Yeah, I was going to say, I want to do that for them if they want, but contact the show, anniefryshow@gmail.com if you want more.
Last name is Gra.
Mardi Gras? Okay.
Yeah. It's fun.
But Marty with a T.
Yeah.
So you don't get them confused.
Right.
Leah, did you have a question you wanted to ask the room?
Yeah. You mentioned earlier that Mark's the reason you got into radio, so I'd love to hear from each of us, like, who really got you started in radio?
Well, so to clarify, Mark is inspirational, but he wasn't like the muse. Although I'm kind of thinking he is. Look at how awesome he did with this raffle. My dad was in radio, so I grew up going to radio stations from the time I could remember. Dad being at work, he was at radio stations. He worked at KZK at one point in his career. He's worked at many radio stations. He worked at KFUO, the Lutheran station, for almost 20 years or something like that. And is that right? Almost 20 years. And so I grew up around radio. I wanted to be a sideline sports reporter on television, and then I realized eventually that meant night and weekends, and I wanted a family, so I shifted over to radio. And the reason I got on air, I did 8-9 years as the digital brand manager for 97.1, so I've been working with 97.1 for a very long time. I've been on radio for going on 6 years now in middays, which is crazy, but it started with my program director at the time, who I love and respected so much, said to me one time, I think he got sick of me doing mini shows and like web meetings. He was like, fine, go in the freaking air and leave me alone with this. But he suggested that I sit in on Sunday nights from 7 to 9 p.m. on the Mark Cox Show, which was on Sunday nights at the time. And Mark, I mean, you guys, Ryan, you've been around media for longer than the other two, but that's not really like the thing that a show host wants to hear. Would you mind if this brand new to the on-air side of things person comes in and sits in on your show?
No, it's a little awkward.
And so Mark was like, sure, because he's Mark, and that's just the way Mark Cox is.
Mm-hmm.
And so I kind of worked my way in, and I did that for 2 years, completely unpaid, worked 6 days a week, but appreciated it so much. And it grew into when Mark went to middays, when Dana left the station, Mark went into middays, and then I got 2 hours on the weekend, which turned into when the spot opened up here, I got here. So it's just kind of been it's to me the hand of God for me, blessing my family and this opportunity for me. And I pray every day that I benefit you as a listener someday, some way, shape, or form. Leah, how'd you get into radio?
Well, I've listened to radio my whole life. I grew up listening to it through my parents. My parents listened to this station growing up. So.
Man, it hit me hard when Leah said when we were first talking about her coming over here. She's like, I've been listening to you my whole life, and I'm like, okay. That's never happened to me before.
Well, yeah, I think the big one was Dave Glover, and then you.
Yeah.
So, but I think really, and this is gonna sound weird. I ran into this was like 5 or 6 years ago on a 5K run I did. I ran into Hayes, who was there for that, and I was like. Just like in awe. I'm like, oh my gosh, I listened to you on the radio. Like I was so excited to meet him. And so I didn't think twice about it, but he kind of was like, you should maybe get into radio.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's great.
Yeah. And so kind of slowly but surely I did. I switched my major in school to radio. So I kind of credit him. And then my first time on the radio was actually as a guest on Dave Glover's show. So I give half credit to Hayes, half to Dave Glover. So
That's really cool.
Yeah.
We are so grateful to have you.
Thank you.
Ryan, how did you fall into the radio industry?
Well, I've never told this story. I'll try to do it really fast. I was right out of college at a TV station, and a college student asked to interview me as a media professional, and I'm like, oh, yeah, come on, interview me. I'm like 2 years older than they are, telling her all these sage wisdom. So she asked me at the end of that interview, and this isn't how I got in, but this was a crazy memory that I've had since I've been here. She asked me, well, what are some local media people that you respect? And I said, you know who I really respect, who does a really good show? Mark Reardon. I kid you not. When I was right out of college, I answered that question. I told Mark that right when I started here. I had no idea I'd ever work with the guy, but I just started because I was a producer and I was around TV, and I just kind of worked into that industry. So,
Brad?
I got started because
I was cutting grass.
Because I was mowing grass, and Annie's like, "Hey, I need a producer," and so she reached out to me, and she's like, "You should apply for this role." It's a longer story than that.
We can get to it.
Yeah.
Let's put a pin in it.
All right.
Because he's trying to produce.
I'm trying to produce and tell my story.
Really longer. Oh, man. You guys, 30,000 plus. Text responder, 33100. We'll be back with X's and O's.
How would you like to come home to a bartender who will fix you any cocktail you want? I'll have an old-fashioned.
I'll have a margarita.
Now you can with the Bartesian Home Cocktail Maker. Bartesian is a sleek machine the size of a coffee maker that makes premium cocktails at the touch of a button. Choose from over 50 different cocktails, from classics to the most exotic premium cocktails served in the best bars today. You'll always get freshly mixed, perfectly balanced cocktails with the Bartesian Cocktail Maker. And now, get Bartesian's best Black Friday deal ever at bartesian.com/sips. Entertaining? The Bartesian is ideal for parties. No need to stock all kinds of individual mixers for complicated recipes. Every guest gets the cocktail of their choice in seconds. The Bartesian makes a wonderful gift for anyone who loves a fine premium cocktail. Now get Bartesian's best Black Friday deal ever. It's available right now only at bartesian.com/sips. That's BARTESIAN.com/sips for Bartesian's best deal ever. Only at bartesian.com/sips.
You know, we were talking about firearms that can be owned in Illinois and ones that can't. And if you were going to buy a firearm as an Illinois resident, you need to make sure that you have a connection to a place that you trust in the state of Illinois. You just do. STS Armory is 100% unequivocally that for the Frey family. If you go online to sts-armory.com, you will learn so much about what they offer, their services that they offer. But if you go into the store, you can strike up a conversation with them in their Pontoon Beach location and learn why they are the experts, why so many Illinois gun owners trust Katie and Jesse and the whole staff at STS Armory to provide correct and helpful information. I want to tell you right now, if you subscribe to the Annie Frey Show podcast, tomorrow morning, we are going to drop the first 3 episodes of our Practical Prepping podcast. Go subscribe to the Annie Frey Show podcast and learn more about STS Armory, especially this holiday season, by visiting them at sts-armory.com.
KFTK FM Florissant. From the Under Law Injury Lawyers, GetJim.com studio. 97.1 FM Talk. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
This is a Fox News alert. A possible terror attack at the U.S. border. I'm Lisa Brady. The FBI investigating an explosion along the northern border where a car exploded.
We have major issues happening right now at the U.S. borders in the Niagara region.
A provincial police official in Canada announcing the closure of several border crossings into the U.S. after the explosion at the Rainbow Bridge crossing in Niagara. Sources telling Fox News 2 people in the car were killed, a Border Patrol officer injured.
This high-level police source I talked to just recently believes that this was a terrorist attack. They don't believe that this was a car battery that exploded. They said this vehicle was full of explosive devices, and the sources believe that there was some planning that went into this. So obviously a lot of concern happening there in Buffalo, but also across the country, right, as we've been talking about the heightened level of risk and also the heightened police presence that we've seen on the ground, including here in New York City.
Fox's Alexis McAdams. Sources also say police are searching for a possible second vehicle. The White House closely monitoring the situation. New York Governor Kathy Hochul on her way to meet with law enforcement officials. The Buffalo and Niagara Falls airports remain operational. but with additional screenings. President Biden on the Massachusetts island of Nantucket for Thanksgiving and making calls. The White House confirming he spoke with the Emir of Qatar, who helped broker the hostage deal between Israel and Hamas that is supposed to begin tomorrow.
Now, under this deal, Israel's going to get 50 of their hostages back, mostly women and children. In exchange, Israel will be releasing 150 Palestinian prisoners. Now, the hostages, we understand, will be freed in groups of 10 to 20 over the span of 4 to 5 days. During that time, and each time that hostages are released, there will be a pause in the fighting.
Fox's Jeff Paul in Tel Aviv. Israel's prime minister just beginning to make a statement alongside his defense minister. America is listening to Fox News.
At SimpliSafe, our award-winning home security has advanced sensors, HD cameras, and now this 24/7 LiveGuard protection, only from SimpliSafe. Monitoring agents can see and speak to intruders through our indoor camera to help stop crime in real time and for fast police response. Now get 50% off any new system with Fast Protect monitoring at simplisafe.com/radio. Advanced home security, 24/7 professional monitoring for less than $1 a day. There's no safe like SimpliSafe.
Hey, you're up next.
Ugh, my throat hurts so bad. There's no way I can sing tonight.
Here, try these.
Vicks VapoCool Drops.
Yeah, Vicks VapoCool Drops has maximum strength menthol with a rush of Vicks Vapors.
Ooh, I can already feel it.
I told you. So, you ready?
I'm ready.
Vaporize sore throat pain fast with Vicks VapoCool Drops.
Air Comfort Service, heating, cooling, and insulation, weather.
Chief Meteorologist Dave Murray.
Lots of sunshine and certainly feeling like late November. 49 for the high today. Tonight, clear skies and cold. 30 Thursday, Thanksgiving Day. Sunshine, cold start. Nothing extreme, but cold. 55, though, a nice afternoon on Thanksgiving. Thursday night, partly cloudy, 32, and Friday, partly to mostly cloudy skies and kind of a nippy 45 degrees. This is 97.1 FM Talk. Chief Meteorologist Dave Murray.
If you have hunting property in the state of Missouri, listen up. I want to introduce you to Missouri Brush Control. If you're frustrated with thick brush and limited visibility, Missouri Brush Control can open that up for you. They can come in with their forestry mulching machines and create shooting lanes for you, enhancing your hunting environment and attracting game like never before. Enjoy your hunting property the way you've always dreamed of. To see what I mean, go to their website and check out their gallery of before and after projects. That's MissouriBrushControl.com. Tell them Bo Matthews sent you to Missouri Brush Control.
So I know we're in the holiday season right now, but I bet you a lot of y'all are thinking about dieting and how you maybe don't want to do it right now, but you know you're going to get it on lock maybe in the new year. Gift certificates are available at Slim 180. And when you go and mention my name at Slim 180, you are going to save money. Buy yourself the plan that you need to get healthy once again and get a plan. And I think it's very empowering when you know that this is what is right around the corner, that you probably keep yourself a little bit more in the straight and narrow during the holiday season than you would have previously. But here's the deal. Losing weight is not just about how you look in a mirror. It's about how you feel inside your skin. It's how your joints feel when you're chasing after the grandkids. It's how you feel when you sleep. It's how you feel when you go to the doctor and you know you're going to get your blood work done. All of these different ways to invest in your health, they can all start at Slim 180 and dropping the weight. They can help you do it. You just got to reach out and schedule an appointment, a free consultation today. Find them online at myslim180.com.
I was having a lot of sinus infections. My sinuses were clogged, pressure, headaches.
Linda suffered for years with chronic sinus infections.
You don't feel like doing anything. When you feel like your head is completely clogged, all you want to do is just lay down and sleep. And the pressure, it's just not fun, always walking around with a headache.
Now, her issues are gone. How? A minimally invasive procedure done in the office of St. Louis Sinus Centers called balloon sinuplasty.
I really did not know what it was like to feel like you're really breathing and not being so clogged up. I would do it again in a heartbeat, and I would definitely recommend it for someone else.
Do you suffer with chronic sinus infections, facial pain, pressure, congestion? Find out if balloon sinuplasty is the solution for you. Set an appointment today with St. Louis Sinus Centers. Call 314-332-2885. 314-332-2885. That's 314-332-2885. 332-2885.
This holiday season, give them a steal. Save $40 on the HSA 45 battery-powered hedge trimmer. Go to steelusa.com/gift guide. Now $99.99 was $139.99 MSRP. Offer valid for a limited time only at participating dealers while supplies last.
The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely on advertisements.
The people have spoken. I want to thank you, St. Louis, for voting Onder Law 2023's best St. Louis law firm.
When you're injured, call Onder Law at 314 or 618-9000000.
Hey, this is Leah, associate producer for the Annie Frey Show. I'm thankful for my family, my 2 dogs, and all of the 97.1 listeners.
97.1 FM Talk. This hour of the Annie Frey Show is brought to you by Ruler Foods. Low prices, no coupons. Ruler Foods.
That is exactly what I needed to hear.
They got someone here knows what they're talking about.
Left up, left right, gotta love this American ride.
Hey, you need to take some time to get the full picture.
Come on, turn the radio on. It's Saturday and I won't be long.
Don't get me wrong, I love the ladies. I mean, they rev my engine, but they don't belong in the newsroom. It is Anchor Man, not Anchor Lady.
What do you want from me? I'm not America's sweetheart.
Goodness sake, kid, keep your voice down. Your father's listening to the radio.
I'm not America's sweetheart.
This is the Annie Frey Show.
Well, it's Thanksgiving Eve, and we are so thankful for you and the time that you allow us to share with you in your afternoon. And for anybody who has ever told anybody about the Annie Frey Show, we are so grateful for that as well. Another thing that I am super hyped and super grateful for right now, this first responder rescue has 21 minutes left. You have 21 minutes left to text responder to 33100. Donate $10, be a part of something amazing that's happening right now, because Mark Cox and the Mark Cox Morning Show have put together this raffle that is benefiting Responder Rescue, and they have raised so far $31,082, which is so incredible. And we are trying to support them as much as we can here in the afternoon with the last 20 minutes of their raffle to go. So while we are about to commence here in just a second, our Wednesday edition of X's and O's, since we're about to move into a holiday weekend, for everybody who has donated, thank you from the bottom of our 97.1 hearts. On behalf of the Mark Cox Show, I know that he would want to express the gratitude to any of the Annie Frey Show listeners, which overlaps so much with the people who listen to the station in the morning on the Mark Cox Morning Show. And, thank you for stepping up and being a part of something really, really important today. So you got 20 minutes left. Text responder to 33100 and get your raffle tickets. You are entering a raffle to win some really awesome prizes. It's not just a donation. Get that done here. And before we get into the game, just an update right now. We are monitoring and will continue to monitor and bring you any breaking news as it happens. Fox News reports that the FBI is investigating a vehicle explosion Wednesday at the Rainbow Bridge border crossing between the United States and Canada. And what sources are telling Fox News' Alexis McAdams is an attempted terrorist attack. Explosives were in the vehicle at the time, and the 2 people who are in the car are dead. The sources told Fox News McAdams that a border officer was injured. The vehicle was driving from the United States to Canada. I think that that's an important detail, that the vehicle was headed through this border crossing from the United States to Canada and were attempting to drive toward the border office building. According to these sources, all bridges are closed in the area and all government buildings are evacuated. The president of the United States has been briefed on the explosion. I think that is those are the facts as we know them at this point in time. Am I missing anything?
Not really. That's what we know, and if anything else happens, we will let you know.
Yeah, we're gonna have fun playing X's and O's right now. We don't have any we didn't even attempt to ask anybody to come in on the day before Thanksgiving. We're just gonna play ourselves. So we have one of our 4x4 grids, tic-tac-toe.
Yeah.
If you were gonna add a tic-tac-toe.
Okay, Todd.
Todd's
Calm
like,
down, sir.
You don't want contestants to be here, but I'm still working today. Fine, I'll play my drums even louder.
Cool,
All right.
Todd. Cool.
All right, Todd.
Super cool, buddy.
Relax. Woo!
Annie was talking.
I know. Sometimes you just need Annie to shut up. I was going to say, and I'm still kind of curious, if you were to call this tic-tac-toe, but you needed to add a fourth one since we have extra lines of boxes, what would the fourth tic-tac-toe be? Tuck.
Yeah, it'd be Tucker. Tucker Carlson.
Tic-tac-tuck-toe? Tic-tac-tuck-toe.
Tic-tac-tucker.
That's probably profane in a way that I haven't quite realized yet.
Yeah, at some point, somebody will find some sort of offense to that.
Oh, yeah. It'll hit me when it's too late.
Speaking off the cuff, I'm sure they meant to offend someone.
All right. Well, you've been working really hard on this for a really long time, so lay the groundwork for us.
Yeah, this has been great. I woke up this morning to, hey, we're going to do X's and O's today, which I usually write all week. And we're also going to do mega X's and O's, which is like double the questions. So this was all this morning, and it actually came together really well. I was surprised.
We have upped the expectations, just so you know.
Yes, absolutely. So this will be a fun game because it is all happening very, very live and fast. It is no longer X's and O's because we have 16 squares. Now, 3 across or up and down or any way still gets you a tic-tac-toe. You just have more opportunities to get tic-tac-toes.
And did we determine if you had like 4 diagonal, that's still 1 tic-tac-toe?
Ooh, I know. I think that's probably still considered 2 at that point.
2 sets of 3?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
So
I just need to know.
Those would be mega tic-tac-toes. And since we have 3 players, we're no longer X's and O's. We are A for Annie.
Tic-tac-tuck-toe.
B for Brad. And L for Leah, which means we are playing blah.
Very good on your letters.
Blah.
Mm-hmm.
So this edition of blah is going to be very exciting. It's 16 squares, corresponding question for each square, just like usual, but we're facing off against each other. Here we go.
Can we also note right now that, don't change anything. But look at where Leah is in this camera shot right now.
Yeah,
don't change a darn thing.
It was pretty funny. We were looking at that while.
If you haven't tuned into the Annie Frey YouTube channel in a while and you're like, gee, I wonder what Leah looks like, you might not know based on the camera shot. Don't change it, though.
That one's still set up.
Did you see it when he had the comment over it?
No.
You could not see. She looked like Wilson from Home Improvement.
All right. Well, I'm going to suggest. There you go. I'm going to suggest that Leah gets to go first, if she would so choose. If she would like that.
Leah, you can go first.
I'll pick 1.
1. All right, 1. Here we go. Number 1, I read a story yesterday in Wiggins America, which referenced data determining the busiest day of the Thanksgiving holiday week. By the way, a lot of these are holiday themed. Spanning from this past Tuesday to this coming Monday. In those 7 days, Leah, which is now the busiest travel day of the holiday week of those 7 days?
I guess I'll say Friday.
Black Friday.
Are you talking about... Okay, hold on. Are you talking about this week?
Yeah, as of yesterday, Tuesday, through this coming Monday. So that whole Thanksgiving week, which would be the busiest travel day?
Actually, I'm going to say Wednesday.
That would be today.
Or Thursday or Sunday.
Okay, today. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I've heard a lot of people are traveling today, so I'll go today.
Wednesday is an excellent start to the game.
In the bottom of the ninth, she came back.
Yeah, because I was about to tell you no. Friday was not it. It used to be Sunday. Now it is Wednesday. All right, now we go around the room to Brad.
All right.
Brad, which question do you want?
I think I want square 11.
11. He's playing this very strategically.
And I'm going to pick me.
As the expert?
Yeah.
All right, Brad. Biden is weighing in on nursing homes.
Is he looking?
I was that was the pause right there. Biden is weighing in on nursing homes, putting the heavy hand of the executive branch behind his push to have minimum staffing standards that could close especially rural nursing homes. And one vulnerable Senate Democrat from one of the U.S.'s reddest states is speaking out against him. Which Democrat is it?
What is his name? John Tester from Montana.
Miami.
From Miami.
Welcome to
Miami.
Montana.
Hi,
Bienvenido
from
a
Miami.
Montana. You're going with John Tester. That is correct.
Wow.
Excellent job.
What number was that?
It was 11.
Yamamoto is trending.
Ooh. Hopefully I woke up this morning to see R.I.P. Mr. President trending, and I was like, what is this?
Whoa. Uh-oh.
And it was because this is the anniversary of the JFK assassination. So.
Annie?
What?
Board goes to you. You want to play or?
Yeah, I'm just,
Okay, just checking
doing
up on Cardinal
research
news.
like I'm supposed to do. He wants to play with other Japanese players.
Like Lars Newbar.
He's Japanese.
Just so you know, the winner of today's game wins this
The 4th starting position in the St. Louis Cardinals.
lottery ticket.
Didn't you already scratch on it?
I found this on the floor at Walmart.
It's already
But I
scratched.
think, confirm that it is a winner.
What am I looking at?
I don't. This is amazing radio. I agree.
With what?
Whatever the question is.
Okay, your turn. Pick a square.
I will take 13.
13.
Bottom left.
Okay. The general election debate dates and times are scheduled now, taking place entirely in college towns. How many, Annie, debates between the top D and the top R will there be in total?
Like, scheduled or actually going to happen?
Scheduled.
Because one of them
Scheduled. Taking place between September and October of 2024.
is 2.
2 is incorrect.
Okay. Total guess.
2 is incorrect. They were just announced. Who?
So we haven't talked about this on the air.
No, this was as of today. Or actually, it was this week. I don't know if we've talked about it on the air. Who?
11 minutes to donate. Responder 33 100. Donate.
Who do you want to toss to? Who gets the second chance?
Brad.
Brad.
Okay.
How many debates will there be? General election
I know what
debates.
I would guess next.
3.
Brad has in fact stolen that.
Stolen.
Boom.
That was my other guess.
B gets the square. Leah, back to you.
Sorry, I forgot. I gotta pick a number. Let's go 5.
5. A surprise appearance from Marjorie Taylor Greene on the Annie Frey Show Monday shocked me because I didn't know it was
I was going to say, it wasn't a surprise. This is actually something that we had planned from the week before.
Shocked me.
She discussed the impeachment of Homeland Security.
Can you ask me questions about things we do on the show?
She discussed impeachment of Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas, among other things, in
Say
promotion
it.
of
Say it with a little flavor.
Alejandro Mayorkas. Is that what you're asking? I don't know.
That's better.
Among other things.
Just want it to be authentic.
Okay. Rolled grilled tacos. That's the way the guy from Casa Gallardo used to say it. He'd say, come on into Casa Gallardo and get rolled grilled tacos. Like the American word, the English
Makes
words
you want to
he'd say.
meet those tacos.
Yeah.
He's like, Casa Gallardo.
Yeah, Casa Gallardo.
I want to go right now.
I do too.
Man.
With
With Mayorkas of all things.
With Alejandro.
Alejandro. Yeah,
Can you
exactly.
start the question over?
The question hasn't anything to do with anything you said
We
yet.
haven't even gotten there yet. Don't worry about it. The question is, she was promoting her new book. What is the title of Marjorie Taylor Greene's
My
new
Lord
book?
have mercy!
MTG.
That is correct. That is correct. Good job, Leah.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
It was really hard.
Yep.
Brad?
Yep.
Brad goes to you.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go with square 9.
Square 9.
Today is Wednesday. What day was yesterday? It's Taco Tuesday. True
Brad,
or
this is
false?
going to be tough for you.
Mhm.
The Cardinals have signed 2 pitchers this week.
God bless America. We did an interview on this too.
Lance Lynn and Kyle Gibson.
Yep.
Lance Lynn, of course, was a Cardinal for the first part of his career. What is Kyle Gibson's connection to this area, specifically? Which college did he pitch for?
Oh, gosh. I don't know this one.
Do you really not know?
I don't know this one.
Oh, my gosh.
No, I don't know much
I
about
thought
Kyle
this was a
Gibson
gimme
outside
for
he came
you.
from.
Did we talk about it in the interview?
I have no idea.
I don't think he was signed at that
Yeah, I
point.
think you were talking about Lance Lynn.
Let's go with Slew.
Slew is incorrect.
Oh.
Who
So
you want
do I
toss
get to pick?
You get to pick.
Yeah.
Annie.
The first one.
Annie.
Mizzou.
Mizzou is correct.
And a guess.
That was
Annie
my
is on the
second
board.
guess.
And it goes to Annie. Oh, by the way, I wanted to play just because you stole it.
Stolen.
There you go.
Thank you. Feel better now.
Yep.
8 minutes to donate. 6.
6. All right, this is a real question from the week run through AI. Tell me, Annie, who said this?
We're going to be drowning in rats. I'm not endorsing no presidents no more.
Was that me? Because it could have been.
It might have been. You want to hear it again? Or?
I know the answer.
Cardi B.
Here's who said it.
We're going to be drowning in rats. I'm not endorsing no presidents no more.
That's correct.
Thank you.
That was Cardi B. I had to type all that into
think it was
AI,
6.
then beep it. Never had to do that before.
That seems like extra work, right?
First for everything.
All right. We have 2 L's on the board, 2 A's on the board, and 2 B's on the board, and a break to come. 7 minutes left to go right now on the Mark Cox ATF Thanksgiving raffle. Benefiting Responder Rescue. If you've been thinking about doing it, you got $10 to spare, folks. Join us in supporting Mark Cox, supporting Responder Rescue. I have so many amazing compliments to Mark Cox, to the station coming in. From Kevin, I am proud to assist with this fundraising raffle for all first responders as I complete a 45-year career in law enforcement in the St. Louis area. Thank you for the great support to first responders. Kevin, thank you. We'll be right back. Don't go away.
The Annie Frey Show is streaming online. Watch us live on YouTube and subscribe.
When you are looking for the perfect gift for a very special person in your life, visit the Diamond Shop. They're located in Clayton, and they've been in St. Louis, in the St. Louis area, since 1910. These people know what they're doing. They have beautiful, beautiful, high-quality products, but they know exactly how to help you through this purchasing decision, which means when you walk in and you know exactly what you want, they might have it right there for you. They might not, and they might be able to make you a custom piece. I know people that have brought things into the jewelry shop that they've wanted to make into something new, something more usable for the person, because the heirloom maybe that they had inherited isn't what they personally use, and they transform it into something else. I myself have had jewelry that I've brought in to have that same discussion with them. The Diamond Shop will listen to you, and that's such an important thing. They're not going to hard sell you on getting something that you don't need, you don't want, or is outside of your budget. They're going to learn you and what you're seeking out and understanding your budget, and then they're going to guide you through this process so that you can purchase with great confidence that you have the right piece at the right price. Become a VIP online, and remember, this Saturday, November 25th, it's Small Business Saturday, and when you shop at the Diamond Shop, you're shopping at a local family-owned small business. Give them your business for your jewelry shopping this holiday season at thediamondshop.net.
I'm Tony Kornheiser, and this is my show. My friends come on, and you know them. We talk about the sports you care about, football, and now basketball, too, though we don't really pay attention until later in the year, and the absurdity that is our lives. Line etiquette at your local pharmacy, the current phase of the moon, the importance of talking to a human being on the phone, and most importantly, the power of a box of that. Listen on the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Want to learn a new language but don't know where to start? I felt the same way until I found Rosetta Stone. As the language learning experts for 30 years, Rosetta Stone knows what really works when it comes to learning a new language and helped me feel confident enough to speak it in the real world. With their lifetime unlimited subscription, I have access to all 25 languages forever. I can take a break when life gets busy and not feel guilty about another monthly subscription I didn't use. But with their award-winning app and 10-minute lessons, I can always fit Rosetta Stone into my schedule, even on my busiest day. Plus, Rosetta Stone's True Accent system tells me how well I'm speaking each word compared to native speakers. I've never gotten feedback like this from any other app. There's nothing greater than the sound of learning. And I have an amazing deal to share with you. Go to rosettastone.com/radio today and score 50% off now through November 22nd. That's rosettastone.com/radio. 50% off now through November 22nd.
Mark Cox here. Join me next spring on a beautiful trip to Italy. This is going to be great. We're going to fly into Rome. We are going to get on a bus and travel south to the Abbey of Monte Cassino, maybe Italy's best kept secret. It looks like something out of a picture book. We'll visit Puglia. We'll go to Caserta. We're going to spend several days in Sorrento. You'll have an opportunity to visit the ruins in Pompeii, and then Positano, which is on the Amalfi Coast and absolutely one of the most beautiful places I've ever seen. I can tell you, my wife and I have been there, and we can't wait to go back. You can even take a high-speed jet foil over to the Isle of Capri, which has some tremendous historic Roman ruins on it that you can visit while you're there. $53.67 a person. That includes your airfare from the St. Louis area. Call them toll-free at 888-733-9494. That's 888-733-9494 or conservativetours.com.
Urgent Camp Lejeune settlement message. On September 6th, the government announced it will soon begin providing fast, guaranteed settlements to Camp Lejeune Marines, families, and civilians. Awards will range between $100,000 and $550,000, with an option for higher amounts. If you or a loved one spent time at Camp Lejeune and suffered cancers of the bladder, liver, or kidneys, leukemia, non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, Parkinson's, or kidney issues, you may qualify for compensation and could be paid within 60 days after accepting your settlement, with your VA benefits fully protected. You may be entitled to a significant financial award for your Camp Lejeune claim, but you must act now. Call the James Harris Law Camp Lejeune helpline now to get the compensation you deserve. We're already fighting for thousands harmed by the water at Camp Lejeune. Call now or you may forever lose your right to be awarded a settlement between $100,000 and $550,000. For your free evaluation, call 800-217-1155. That's 800-217-1155. 800-217-1155.
Mark Cox here for Hampton Manor of Wentzville, the area's newest senior living community, just off Highway 70 north of the Lake St. Louis exit and across from SSM St. Joseph Hospital. This is resort-style living without the resort-style price, a single-story community in a brand-new building, easily accessible, and run by a man whose motto is, it's their turn to be spoiled. Check out Hampton Manor of Wentzville at wentzvilleassistedliving.com.
You're listening to the Annie Frey Show live from the Air Comfort Service Heating, Cooling, and Insulation Studio. Save up to $3,500 with double carrier cool cash rebates on a qualifying high-efficiency furnace or HVAC system. For details, get into your comfort zone, aircomfortservice.com.
You're mobile. We're with you on the radio or on the Odyssey app. Download it and take 97.1 with you, even outside the listening area.
Your home for conservative talk.
97.1 FM Talk.
They want to hear the Thanksgiving song. All right.
This is the Annie Frey Show.
All right. This is
Follow Annie on Twitter.
This is a
Annie Frey
Thanksgiving
Show.
song. I hope you enjoy it. Love to eat turkey. Love to eat turkey. Oh, I love you. Love to eat turkey, 'cause it's good. Love to eat turkey like a good boy should, 'cause it's turkey to eat. So good. That clapping's messing my head up, man. I appreciate it, but I was trying to think of the next line. I'm like, all I hear is clapping. Here we go. Thanks anyways. Turkey for me, turkey for you. Let's eat the turkey in my big brown shoe. Love to eat the turkey at the table. I once saw a movie with Betty Grable.
So it's the turkey song with Adam Sandler. Happy Thanksgiving Eve to you, to your family, to the 97.1 family. Before we get back into X's and O's right now, the first responder rescue raffle from the Mark Cox Morning Show officially has ended. The time is up, and y'all raised $31,672. That is so amazing. Thank you so much. Congratulations to Mark Cox. They did so much work to get the word out. And the Mark Cox Morning Show is always working so hard to support those first responders. We're very grateful to be able to be a part of this. So to every Annie Frey Show listener that stepped up today to get them past their $25,000 goal, man, well done. And thank you so much. And to those first responders listening right now, I hope you feel the love, because that's what it all is this love for you and gratefulness and thankfulness for what our law enforcement, what our first responders do. Incredibly grateful for your service. We are monitoring an explosion that took place at the New York-Canada border crossing at Rainbow Bridge. It is an attempted terror attack, as the FBI has noted it. 2 people are dead. They were the people who were in the vehicle that did explode, and the vehicle was moving from the United States into Canada. That's about the details that we do know right now. A border agent went to the hospital with minor injuries. They're not severe, and we will continue to monitor the developments there as they come to our attention. The Mark Reardon Show will absolutely be on it as well. So we are in the middle of playing X's and O's, Annie Frey Show only edition. Ryan, you want to set the table for people listening right now?
Okay, this is a bigger board than usual, and it is just us playing. So Leah against Annie against Brad. It's not just X's and O's, it's L's, A's, and B's. We are playing blah. This is 16 squares, so you can get multiple tic-tac-toes. Right now, nobody has a tic-tac-toe, although Annie is threatening to have the first one. It is Leah's turn.
Not if Brad has anything to do about it.
There was a lot of
Some tension in the studio
and
here in the break.
strategy in the break.
And threats.
Brad was not kidding around.
I'm just curious how autonomous and independent Leah is, so I'm really looking forward to her square that she picks right now.
No. Don't listen to anybody.
See what Leah, what she's doing right now is she's being subvertly manipulative.
You were too.
No, I was being overtly manipulative.
Okay.
I'll give him that.
Subvertly
So Leah, no
manipulative.
pressure, but the entire weight of the 2 people that you work with, not me, but Brad and Annie, is weighing on your shoulders right now. What are you going to do? You going to block, or are you going to go somewhere else?
I'm going to pick square 14.
Oh, no! This is wild. All right.
Oh, no!
The board is open for Annie. If I get it right, I'll probably get it wrong because it'll probably be an algebra question.
Well, the nice... Maybe. It's all the luck of the draw. The interesting thing is, though, that Brad will go before Annie. So, you really...
Not if she gets it wrong.
Ooh. All right, Leah.
Yeah.
Here's your question. The debate between California Governor Gavin Newsom and Florida Governor Ron DeSantis is must-see TV, scheduled to take place a week from tomorrow, November 30th.
TV is kind of subjective, but
Right.
It is for me. I'm going to watch.
Me too. Moderated by none other than Sean Hannity. In what state is the debate taking place?
You said Annie's after me?
No, well, you can pick whoever. Because
If you get it wrong, you can pick whoever gets to go next.
I don't know. I'm going to say Florida.
Florida is incorrect.
Annie.
Annie, what state is it going to take place in?
Brad, look at him. Look at him. He's seething over there. Do you see him?
I see him.
How do you think he feels right now?
I think he feels a lot of things, and he's holding it.
Just describe for the listeners right now. Do you see him bringing it in now?
He's doing what I would call a Muppet smile, which is a very flat-mouthed, like, I'm not going to say or reveal what I'm thinking at all smile.
Well, here's
I wouldn't
the
even
deal.
call it a smile at this point.
I don't know the answer to it. I'm guessing New York.
New York. That is, for the first tic-tac-toe of the game,
not it.
Incorrect.
Yeah.
Incorrect.
But she picked square 14, correct?
Oh, that's right. So it wouldn't be for the first tic-tac-toe, but it's still incorrect. So, Brad, last chance. And then it goes back to Leah, who will get it no matter what. Yeah.
And then who goes after Leah?
She just automatically gets it.
If she gets it, then who goes next?
You're after Leah.
You'll be the next question.
Oh, well then...
Does it matter if you know the answer? You get the
No,
square.
I was going to say, let's see here. Let's go with California.
It is not. It's actually Georgia.
I was down. Dang it. That was my other guess.
Yeah, it's Georgia.
But I was going to be too mad if I was thinking the Fox is in New York and Sean Hannity does a show from New York. The other place he does it from, I think, is Georgia. God dang it. Anyway.
That was one of the toughest questions.
Yeah, also not one we've talked about on the air. But go on.
All right, Brad, your turn.
3.
Number 3, huh? All right, for the block. Yesterday on the Annie Frey Show, Cameron...
Oh, my God.
Cameron Schofield, director of fun at Union Station, came in studio, and we talked about our rides on the Polar Express. Brad, which pole has a warmer average temperature? North or south?
Hot.
Oh, gosh. I'm going to go with the North Pole.
For the square and the block.
This is kind of ridiculous because there's no way that the third person could actually get an opportunity unless someone is not paying attention.
That's correct.
Now look at her seethe.
I'm not seething.
It doesn't really matter because Brad got it correct. It is
Yeah,
the
the
North
South Pole is the coldest place on the planet, right?
Yeah, North gets actually up to, it says 32 degrees in the summer. Yeah, at the North Pole. South, the highest temperature is -40.
Ugh.
All right, Annie, back to you. This is a rough board, man. You guys are playing a game.
Remember when I said you should know what square you're going to go in when it comes time to yours? I am going to say square 8.
8.
Nah, I'll go 7.
7.
I'll just try to get it right.
Annie, a Yahoo Entertainment and Finance article today is attributing Black Friday, as we know it now, to the Cabbage Patch doll craze of 1983. What is the name of the gross Cabbage Patch parody cards that came out in the 80s that my mom wouldn't let me have?
Are you serious?
Which spawned a 1987 movie by the same name.
I have no idea. This is unbelievable. I haven't gotten a question about our show yet. Pokemon.
Pokemon is incorrect.
Leah.
Garbage Pail Kids.
Garbage Pail Kids is correct.
Wait, so I get that?
Yes, you do. All right, Leah.
Okay.
Back to you.
15.
15 has audio associated with it. Here we go. Former Council on Foreign Relations President Richard Haas appeared on MSNBC's Morning Joe yesterday to give an updated war strategy. Here is the clip.
Let's have 80% of this country safe, 80% of this country rebuilt. I would actually propose a ceasefire as an interim arrangement.
Joe Scarborough went on to say that that's been the strategy of this administration the whole time. Which country are they talking about in that clip?
I don't know.
Saving 80% of it.
Europe?
Read the question again.
Yeah.
The question is, this foreign relations president was on MSNBC's Morning Joe. He gave an updated war strategy. I'll play the clip again. Which country is he talking about saving 80% of here?
Let's have 80% of this country safe, 80% of this country rebuilt. I would actually propose a ceasefire as an interim arrangement.
Israel?
Israel is the guess. That is incorrect. Who is it going to?
Him.
Yeah, that's fine. Brad.
No,
Brad?
he has to. She went to me last
Oh,
time.
okay. Brad.
Gaza.
Gaza is also
Yeah,
incorrect.
that's not a country. Read it again, buddy. I
Okay.
want the square.
All right. Former Council on Foreign Relations President Richard Haas appeared on MSNBC's Morning Joe yesterday to give an updated war strategy. This is the clip. Which country is he talking about?
Let's have 80% of this country safe, 80% of this country rebuilt. I would actually propose a ceasefire as an interim arrangement.
Did we talk about this on the show?
No.
This is just retribution for having to do X's and O's today, isn't it?
I
You're
think
like,
so.
I'll just do a bunch
I'm
of stuff.
finding
They
as
don't have
many-
any idea that. Okay. And when was this aired?
Yesterday.
Argentina.
Incorrect. It is Ukraine. Ukraine.
Oh.
That means it goes back to who guessed it?
Well, Leah gets it.
Leah.
Oh.
Leah. All right. Man, Leah's threatening.
Yeah.
Okay, Brad.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm going to go with square number 10.
Number 10. The city council in this town has gone fully woke, sending out a memo instructing staff to avoid red and green decorations because they might marginalize people of other faiths. The city is Wauwatosa. What state is it in?
Connecticut.
Incorrect.
Say it again. Oh, wait. It's my. No, you went to me on Mizzou.
Mm-hmm.
So it's her.
It's Leah.
Leah. What state is this woke city council who's banning red and green in? Wauwatosa is the name of the city.
I don't know. Wisconsin?
That is correct.
God dang it.
What?
That is correct. Yes.
I like how Andrew says, "What the hell? Pokemon wasn't around until '98." Like, I guess that, I thought that was the right answer. That's actually more insulting to me than anything.
The board goes
Cabbage
to
Patch Kids and Pokemon crossover was lit.
board goes to Annie. We only have a few left here.
16.
16. This week, President Barden.
I wish. Who's he? I don't care.
President Biden pardoned 2 turkeys from Minnesota, saying, quote, "I sure as hell would love to see them play ice hockey." Their names were not very Minnesotan, though. They were more like Pennsylvanian, specifically Philadelphian. What were the names of the birds?
Liberty and Bell.
That is correct.
Hey! On the board.
Leah, back to you.
4.
For the first and maybe only tic-tac-toe in the game.
Say, not a single one yet.
Amazing.
This looks like a lame Christmas song. Blah la 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 la.
That's the name of the game. Okay, this one has audio associated with it. The HuffPost headline reads, "John Kennedy's crude joke about Kamala Harris is full-on racist," critics say. The article then goes on to say, Kennedy, who is white, said this.
And they have concluded that Vice President Harris is not capable, that when her IQ gets to 75, she should sell.
HuffPost quoted social media users who called the comment racist, misogynistic, and hateful.
What? Because if a person of a different color can't be dumb?
That's what they're saying. What issue was he discussing in relation to Harris on Fox News at the time?
I don't know. Race.
Race is incorrect. Who do you want, or who does it go to?
I think it's Annie.
To
'Cause
Annie?
I went last time.
Annie.
What's the question?
What issue was Kennedy discussing on Fox News regarding Kamala Harris at the time?
Is this a broad issue?
Yeah, just like a
woman
general-
broad?
Yeah, like that. Yeah.
Isn't it always with her?
Broad.
Jeez.
Wait a minute.
Here to discuss broads is Senator
Can't
John
live with
Kennedy.
him? Can't live with him. Joe Biden?
Well, actually, no. But I guess anything could be attributed to Joe Biden. Man, that's rough. I'm going to say no, that is not
well,
correct.
like Joe Biden and his competence and his ability to be a president?
No, that is not what they were
His
discussing.
age?
No. Last try.
Okay, so I'm going to say it's because of the 2024 election who would replace Joe Biden.
Incorrect. There all goes back to Leah again.
But what's the answer?
The answer is the border. They were talking about the border.
Can you play the full clip?
No, because that's all I have.
We have the clip,
Do we?
and that's what he was talking about. But anyway, good for you, Leah. Thanks. Tic-tac-toe,
Wow.
Leah.
There
That's
you
a
go.
lick, lack, low.
Oh, God. That's weird.
Is there any chance of anybody else getting a tic-tac-toe now?
No, not if the show gets over at 3 o'clock and we're still doing this.
Then that is the winner. That you're the winner of the game.
Oh, cool. That wasn't supposed to happen.
Which square?
2.
Okay, 2. Okay, she was driving around, presumably our neck of the woods, since she's from around here, and had this to say on MSNBC.
Everywhere you drive, I was out and about yesterday, and everywhere you drive, you see something being built. That is Joe Biden. And that is the infrastructure that he delivered. So I think it's time to start focusing on the positive and get over the fact that we have 2 old white men running for president.
Claire McCaskill.
That is correct. That's correct.
That's what she sees every time she's driven around this area.
Yes.
Stuff being built in 2 old white men.
Yes. Annie,
What?
your choice between, excuse me, the last 2.
I am gonna go with 8.
8. This is a real clip from the week run through AI. Tell me who said this.
I'm not going to change it from within, and I've decided to go around and see if I can mobilize the radical middle.
Joe Manchin.
Here's who said it.
I'm not going to change it from within. And I've decided to go around and see if I can mobilize the radical middle.
All right, Leah gets 12, and I think if she didn't get it right, I get to go.
Oh, it really does come down to this? Amazing.
Okay.
Leah?
12.
12. All right, so last question of the game. It does have, this is a great last question, too. It does have audio associated. Tomorrow will mark the 15-year anniversary of this interruption happening at the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. It involved the Cartoon Network float stopping mid-song when this happened.
People, let me tell you about my best friend. He's a warm-hearted person who loved me till the end. People, let me tell you about him. He's so much fun. Whether
The question for you, Leah, is who then came out on the float?
Rick Astley?
That is correct.
Never gonna give you up. Yeah, there you go.
That is correct.
Leah with the victory.
Nice
1, 2, 3,
job.
4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 squares by Leah today.
Man.
Happy Thanksgiving, Leah.
Good
You are the
job.
winner. Let's take a quick break. When we come back, woo, Todd's like, I am so
I'm
out
out.
here. Do you feel thankful this Thanksgiving? We're going to talk about that poll when we come back. Go vote on the Annie Frey YouTube channel and tell us if you do and why you feel extra thankful this year, maybe why you don't. Charlie commented, I answered yes to the poll. Number 1 is for God giving me another day to spend with my wife. My number 2 would be my wife. Paul comments, I am thankful for my very first and beautiful granddaughter yesterday. Grandpa, congratulations, Paul. That is an incredible thing to celebrate. Jimmy says, I'm thankful for the 97.1 radio family. Jimmy, we are thankful for you and each of those folks out there listening as well. More of your comments on the Annie Frey Show when we come back.
Turkey for you and turkey for me. Can't believe Tyson gave that girl BD.
This is the Annie Frey Show.
White meat, dark meat, you just can't lose. I fell off my moped and I got a bruise. Turkey in the oven and the buns in the toaster. I'll never take down my Cheryl Teagues poster. Wrap the turkey up in
I want to talk to you about how you can support people who are suffering right now in Israel and also the rebuilding of the infrastructure in Israel. When we are consuming all of this news, it's very heavy. It weighs on you and you think to yourself, I'd like to do something. I'd like to be a part of a solution. I have one for you. It's the Jewish Federation and their Blue Ribbon Campaign. Have you joined it yet? If you go to jfedstl.org, that's jfedstl.org, you can join me in showing solidarity for Israel with their St. Louis's Blue Ribbon Campaign. The Blue Ribbon symbolizes support for the safe return of all of the hostages taken by Hamas in Israel. And while progress is being made on the hostage front, we hope and we pray there is still so much more work left to do in the wake of the attacks that the Israeli people have suffered. Please visit jfedstl.org to learn about the Blue Ribbon Campaign and show solidarity for those hostages and donate to the emergency response. Every dollar of your gift is going to go to a legitimate, established, on-the-ground humanitarian nonprofit that is saving lives, rebuilding infrastructure, and providing trauma relief. Join me. Go to online at jfedstl.org.
Feels good to be home. Our local Ashley store has the biggest and best Black Friday furniture and mattress deals going on right now. This Wednesday from 10 a.m. to midnight, you can get 30% off anything store-wide. Need a new sectional? 30% off. What about a new dining room table and chairs? 30% off. Even new beds, decor, and accessories, 30% off. So if you're looking for trend-forward styles at unbelievable Black Friday prices, shop your local Ashley store today. Only at Ashley.
If you want to lose weight, I've got a great idea for you. Mark Cox here for my friends at Victory Men's Health. They're now offering FDA-approved semaglutide. They have tremendous results with this medication. The average patient loses 15% of their body weight. Men and women can get semaglutide from Victory Men's Health at any of their 3 locations. Be sure and book your appointment today online at victorymenshealth.com.
Is your car still under warranty?
No, not anymore.
My mechanic just suggested an extended service plan from Ox Car Care.
Ox Car Care?
Yeah, Ox will cover repair bills if anything happens to the car. New brakes, transmission, AC, or engine problems. Plus, Ox Car Care offers free oil changes, tire rotation, and roadside assistance.
Wait, you pay nothing on repairs? Ox gets it fixed? Free oil changes, free tire rotation, and free roadside assistance?
Yeah, you don't pay. Ox pays. Ox even has a 30-day money-back guarantee and is A+ rated on the BBB. They handle their claims from start to finish, unlike those other warranty companies.
The last thing I need is an unexpected car repair bill. I'm calling Ox Car Care now.
Call Ox Car Care for your free quote. 800-224-9174. Ask about senior and military discounts. Don't get stuck with a major car repair bill. Call Ox Car Care. 800-224-9174. 800-224-9174. Or go to oxcarcare.com.
Yo, I'm your old basketball. Haven't seen you out on the courts in a while. Why not pass me over to Goodwill? Donating me helps Goodwill's mission to provide career training and support services right here in the community. And that's a slam dunk. Donate today. Hey, I got next.
To find your nearest Goodwill locations and to learn more about our mission, visit mersgoodwill.org. Goodwill, where your things start new lives.
Tune into the Del Walmsley Radio Show. Del, self-made millionaire and founder of Lifestyles Unlimited, will show you how to live the life of your dreams and pay for it with passive income.
Listen to the Del Walmsley Radio Show this Saturday afternoon from 1 to 2 p.m. on 97.1 FM Talk.
The Annie Frey YouTube live chat poll of the day is, do you feel thankful this Thanksgiving, yes or no? One of our loyal listeners, Balls, he says, I'm extremely thankful for many things. One is the AFS. Y'all helped fill a hole in my life when I moved here, not really knowing anyone. I'm forever grateful. US, hashtag AFS. Thanks for the comment. It is 2:52. This time check is sponsored by Jerry Kelly Heating and Air Conditioning.
It's time for a $98 furnace tune-up.
The Mark Reardon Show.
Ian Scher from CBS News. Is there finally going to be something done about the inability for those of us who have iPhones to communicate with Android users?
Yeah, I saw some pigs flying outside just a minute ago. It's amazing.
Weekdays from 3 to 6. This is the Annie Frey Show. Follow Annie on Twitter @Annie Frey Show.
For the small things like me and her on a porch swing, for summer nights and fireflies and the sound of my old six string. Blessings on blessings on blessings on blessings. If I still got breath in these lungs, then that's all I need to get down on my knees and be thankful for all that he's done for my mama.
Welcome back to the Annie Frey Show. I'm going to read a report here, a tweet real quick from Bill Malugin from Fox News on Twitter. Have been checking with every border contact I have for info on the car explosion at the Rainbow Bridge border crossing today. Bottom line, too much conflicting info right now regarding what led up to the incident and how it happened. Nothing concrete I can confidently report yet. And the reason why I cite that is because we consume things on the fly here as these things develop, and I don't want to report something to you in our, 3 hours of talking about this that isn't actual accurate information. So we just want you to understand there has been an explosion that is at the Rainbow Bridge border crossing between the United States and Canada. The report was that the car was moving from the United States through to Canada. 2 people dead, and they are the 2 people who are in the vehicle. There's one border agent who was sent to the hospital with very minor injuries. That is the situation right now. Mark Reardon will have you updated on any information as it becomes available before the show. His show is over. Happy Thanksgiving Eve. We have had a very elaborate official tree lighting ceremony in the break, and the tree is now lit in the studio. And this is the Annie Frey Show tree, and I have challenged the other shows, if they so choose, to put trees in here as well, and we want to decorate this tree. It's a pre-lit tree for now, which we kind of determined we should get a good year out of it. A $75 tree from Target that I just bought on the way to
You'll
work
get
here.
1 good year, 1 half year, and then the 3rd year it's done.
All right, and then I'll sell it for free on Swap and Sell, and
Wow.
with anger in my post, which is the way they are all coming through right now. But if you would love to sell us if you'd like to send us an ornament that you want us to open and put on the tree and shout you out, send it to 97.1, which is at 1220 Olive Street in St. Louis, 63103. Send it to the Annie Frey Show, 97.1. We'd love to put it up there. The YouTube live chat poll for today is, do you feel thankful this Thanksgiving? Brad, yes or no?
Yes.
And you talked a little bit earlier, real quick here, you're
Yeah.
thankful for?
Thankful for my family, for my friends, my wife, and for my faith.
Brian?
Very, very thankful for everything in life. God is good.
Leah?
Yeah, of course. I'm thankful for everything. My family, my friends, my health. my strength, and my faith.
I am incredibly thankful. You know, we talk a lot about on this show about faith. I'm incredibly grateful that we feel comfortable doing that here, and that the audience that we have built. I hear a lot of people react to the fact that we do openly discuss that here, and I do sincerely mean when I say that I talk about faith as a part of who I am. I don't ever want you to listen to the show and feel as though I'm being pushy with it. And I know that sometimes maybe it comes across that way. It's never the intent. It's just who I am. And really, it's who we all are and how we live our lives. And we understand not everybody does that the same, but it is important to us. And it's why we choose to share it with you, because we love you and we are grateful for you. And of course, my family, my kids, who are probably fervently cleaning right now at my house so that the house can be clean by the time Mom
Did
gets
you hear
home.
that? That was a warning, kids.
I'm coming home, kids. We're going to put up Christmas decorations. What do you think about that?
Yay.
On the YouTube live chat poll for today on the Annie Frey YouTube channel, do you feel thankful this Thanksgiving? 97%. How appropriate. Say yes.
That's great.
We are thankful for you. Stick around. The Mark Reardon Show next.
Hey, it's Mark Reardon getting set to go here for a pre-Thanksgiving Day show. There's been a terror attack at the U.S.-Canadian border at Niagara Falls. We'll have the very latest on that and a whole lot more coming up after Fox News.
Stewart's American Mortgage is the home of the bagel loan. And the thing about the bagel loan, especially in a time where interest rates are fluctuating and they maybe take a dip, you can take advantage of that significantly with Stewie at Stewart's American Mortgage. I stress this. When you call or text Stewie at 314-324-4440 and you say, I'm thinking about doing a refinance, had the sky-high rates, had to get them because you needed the mortgage when you needed the mortgage, he's going to help you. If he can't help you, he's not going to take you through the process of doing the business for something that isn't actually effectively better for you. I trust Stewie that way. Stewart's American Mortgage has been there twice for me. We've lowered our rates twice with the bagel loan with Stewart's American Mortgage. I encourage you to check it out as well. If you're looking for debt consolidation right now, go to Stewart's American Mortgage and see how he can help you get out of the mountain of debt that you're under. Call or text 314-324-4440. That's 314-324-4440. For more info, just Google the bagel loan. NMLS number 226715.
I was having a lot of sinus infections. My sinuses were clogged, pressure, headaches.
Linda